Wow, my voice. That wasn't like super intentional so high. My voice just went like, eh. Also, hold on. I see a Seuss. We need a cat cam. Oh my god, look at her. Stop. She's so cute. But hi. Hello, hello. Let me see who got first crew and then say hello to all of you. I see first crew is Koki, Thoughts, Esther, Noisy, and Matthias. Congratulations on snatching one of the first five. I hope you guys are enjoying your part of the cool crew. Let me say hello to all of you. Thoughts, welcome in. Koki, welcome in, and thanks for cheering me on. Noisy, welcome in. Cat, welcome in. Koki, welcome in. Liker, welcome in. Alicia, welcome in. Esther, welcome in. Megan, welcome in. Angie, welcome in. Frezo, welcome in. Fire Q's, welcome in. Mama Sim Streamer, welcome in. I see you redeemed the Hi, I'm new. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to ask. But welcome, welcome. Fire Cutes, welcome in, and thanks for cheering me on. Anna, welcome in. Ama Rebus, welcome in. Mimbim, welcome in. Madison, welcome in. Mama Sim Streamer, again, welcome in. I see you watered your plants as well. Olympia, welcome in. Riri, welcome in. Gator, welcome in. Riri, thanks for cheering me on. Libby, welcome in. Faye, welcome in. Peace, welcome in. Maymay, welcome in. Zeographic, welcome in. Katie, welcome in. Lena, welcome in. And thanks for cheering me on. Dea, welcome in. And Ilya, welcome in. It is so good to see all of you. I feel like I have to clear my throat. Like, not really. Like, in the back. But Seuss is being ridiculously cute. Like, this is illegal. Not like really, but a little bit. Look at her. Hold on. Look at the little toe beans. Isn't she the cutest? I had a dream. Okay. It was actually really funny. Last night, in my dream, we rescued, like, we lived in a really fancy mansion as well. So this dream wasn't realistic in any way, shape, or form. But we rescued a lot of cats, like kittens. But some of them were really tiny, like this big, which again, doesn't make any sense. But we had to rescue them and then they got lost in a bowl of sand. So we had to go sift through the sand to find the kittens. And then we also had to put them in a separate room because we had to keep them safe from Toot and Seuss. But in my dream, Seuss was like huge. She was like the biggest chonker you've ever seen. And like her head was really tiny, but she was super cute and she was purring very loud. And then I was like giving her pets and she was like very happy. Yeah, that's how tiny they were. They got lost in a bowl of sand. I don't know what my dreams were cooking up. Yes, like yesterday night. Yeah, that's correct. Actually, yesterday night, last night. But it was weird. I had a great time though. There were kittens in my dreams, so it was good. Also, hi Jane, welcome in. Who got lost in a bowl of sand? Kittens in my dream. Yeah, the cow is sleeping and the capybara is laying. They're all just taking a nap together. Just a cozy little nap. Also, hi Burb. It's really good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Is the dust still kicking from the festival? I don't know. I don't know if it is. Maybe it is a little bit. I've also just been yapping a lot. I had a little family gathering yesterday, so my sister-in-law also R&D, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. Hello, hello, and thank you for cheering me on, Jane. I appreciate it. Um I my sister-in-law got married yesterday. Or not really like married as in I don't know if this is a thing everywhere in the world, but in the Netherlands you have a thing that's called a partnership contract, which is basically like a marital contract without actually doing, like, a marriage. The only difference is that if you want to annul the contract, you don't need an official divorce lawyer. Um, it's like the reason this exists is because if you want to buy a house or if you have a child together, um, if you are married, the father is automatically recognized as the father of the child. If you buy a house together and you're married, you like automatically share all the financial load. Like, if your partner happens to pass away, you will be eligible for receiving their pension, stuff like that. Hi, Kiwi. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Hello, hello. So it's like one of those things where if you're married, there is a lot of upsides or like securities with your partner. But obviously, not everyone, one, has the budget to get married because weddings are expensive, even if you just do it at City Hall. And also, some people just don't really care about the whole shebang around a marriage, but they do want to have those like practical things because they are having a kid together or they're buying a house together. So funnily enough, this week my sister-in-law did her like got her partnership contract. Also, Daisy, welcome in. Hello, hello. And next week my best friend is getting her partnership contract. So next week on Wednesday, no, in 2 weeks, sorry, in 2 weeks. On Wednesday, I'm going to another wedding slash partnership celebration lunch. Um, Also, hi you, hello, hello. I missed the Twilight glitchy green screen. I know it's never returning. Isn't that sad? Um, but I don't know what it is with September, like end of August, beginning of September, but everyone's like, "Oh my god, this is our time." Because first we had the wedding from friends last week on Friday. This week on Tuesday, my sister-in-law had her like wedding brunch thing, and then in 2 weeks is my best friend. Um, Never. Well, the thing is, I actually sent a little cheeky message to Elgato if they would potentially maybe send me an actual green screen. So, next time I do this, um it's not that glitchy and we actually have a proper green screen. Um and I asked them and she was like, "Yeah, of course we can do that." And then, at one point I'm gonna create a piece of content about it. Because one of the things that I do is every month for Elgato, I create a video, and depending on like what products they are releasing, or I don't know, like something specific that they want to highlight. Like we check in every month, like what is the thing that you want to have me feature? And some months there's just not like anything very specific, so I was like, can we maybe then already like plan that we're gonna talk about the green screen and like me using it on stream in one of the down months? And she was like, yeah, that sounds like a really good idea. So she's gonna send it to me. But that means that next time I'll have a proper green screen, which is not as glitchy. Oh yeah, please don't mention your age. Just important thing. This is a no age chat, but without reading your age, you also had 3 friends getting married this month and last month too. It is literally wedding season. I mean, I get it. You probably pick summer because the weather is good and stuff like that. Um, but lots of people are getting married. Would love another Twilight. I don't know if I would go for Twilight because I mean I loved it today, but considering the amount of potential themes I have in my brain that we could do. Like we were literally talking about this at co-working. Like how about a Hunger Games one or a Lord of the Rings one or a Pirates of the Caribbean one or a Disney one or I don't know, like so many options. Like no, you're all good. Don't worry, R&D. Don't worry, don't worry. I just wanted to let you know why we deleted your message. But you're all good. Like there's so many options. And I wouldn't do it every co-working stream, but because in a way it distracts also a little bit from the focus, like also for me. So it's not gonna be like, oh, from now on, every co-working stream is gonna be themed. But I think it's a fun thing that we can kind of like have it in our sort of roulette of things that we can do on stream. And then from time to time, like for special events or just like now, we can kind of just pick one stream every once in a while to do a like a themed co-working stream. Um, because I think it's actually really fun. Every season-ish, yeah, something like that, or I don't know, like maybe once every month because we do 3 co-working streams a week, so we have plenty of like ground to cover. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. So there's like plenty of opportunity. I also think it could be really fun for charity things. Also, just in general, I've thought about this a lot. I was like, if I had a green screen, there's so many creative things you can do with a green screen, right? Like it basically allows you to isolate anything. Um, so I was like, I think this also it's one of those things that's relatively expensive. Like you can get a cheap green screen, like just a green cloth and sort of constructed behind your setup and stuff, but that's not very easy to like put up and put down. If you don't always use it. I know there are streamers who have a green screen set up permanently in their room um because they literally just use it for every single stream, but I wouldn't necessarily do that. because I love my background too much. I literally put so much time and effort in making this room a cozy space that I wouldn't want to hide it. Um, but like even for games and stuff, it can be super useful. And I've also seen people do very fun shenanigans with green screens. So I don't know. It's just one of those things that I could never really justify to actually purchase one because it isn't super cheap. Um, but in this case, I was like, hey, I see an opportunity here with a brand that I'm already working with. Um, so this would have to be covered, but that's why we have the cat cam. Like, even if green screen would be behind me, you would still have the cat cam because I could just move the cat cam to be behind the green screen. Like, I could just work with that. The cat cam is an overlay. Yeah. So the cat cam is a separate camera. Like, if I wanted to, I could just turn this around and then now you see my keyboard and mouse. There we go. Bam. Or my stream deck. So like I can just film anything. So it's just a separate camera that I would put anywhere so that it wouldn't interfere with the green screen. Um but you wouldn't be able because now you're technically seeing her twice. That wouldn't happen anymore. Um I'm also very excited because in the big like change over the weekend where I'm going to change my setup and everything, I think I'm going to at least partially put the cat tree up. The cat tree that I'm going to put here is broken right now. It's supposed to have like two levels, but the top level, like the stem, like the part that they can scratch on as well, is broken. Like the screw broke off because very stupid story. I don't remember whether it was me or Scott, but one of us like walked around the corner of the living room and accidentally walked into this. And it broke. Like we literally broke the screw because that's how hard we accidentally walked. It hurt. I don't remember whether it was me or Scott, but I just remember that we cursed. Either one of us. And that we were pissed that it broke. Um I think it actually might have been me. Because I was just running around the house and then, being in a hurry is never a good idea. I always bump into things. But now we need to order like a new part. So I might still put it up here because over the weekend this like cabinet is going to go. There's one very sad thing, the fractal case will no longer be in my background because I won't have anything to put it on. And if I put it on the floor, you can't really see it anyways. So um and also I want to put the cat tree there, so the fractal case is just kind of be like, okay. I'm probably gonna put it under my desk for the time being. I still eventually want to build a PC in the case. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. But yeah, as of now, I think we're gonna have to miss the fractal case for a bit. I'm also gonna have to think where I'm gonna put my salt lamp. I haven't figured this out yet. I'm literally just realizing this as I'm talking to you guys. I'm like, ah, shit, I haven't thought about the salt lamp. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting feat this weekend with putting my desk together, and I'm still scared of the drilling. I'm still not super excited about it because I've never done that before. Salt lamp on the cat tree. I'm afraid that will invite the cats to lick it. Like so far, they've been really good and they've never done that. But I'm scared that if I put it on the cat tree, probably would. Do you have some scrap wood to try it on? That would be a smart idea, but no. But I could probably get some at the Baumarkt. Is the ledge too small in front of the poster? So technically, fun fact, this is gonna sound really stupid, but um I actually when we were measuring the depth of this shelf, I used the base of this salt lamp as the measurement. So it fits on the shelf, but it doesn't look good on the shelf because I have the light. So this light will interfere with that light, kind of making that one disappear. And it is blocking that light, and I like, potentially, if I put it in front of the poster, it could work. Um, helps you be more comfortable. Yeah, I might actually do that. That's not a bad idea. Just get, like, a couple of pieces of scrap wood. They usually have, like, leftovers anyways that you can just ask for, and they'll just be like, "Hi, so first and foremost, I need a drill bit that allows me to drill into wood. I already have a drill I just need a bit, and the bit needs to be this thick. Well, actually, not really. No, let me go back. I need screws that can screw the yay big of two pieces of wood together. I know how long the screws need to be. I don't know how thick they are. And then when they tell me which screws I have, then I'll be like, okay, so now I need something to pre-drill holes for these screws, which is probably means they're going to be slightly smaller than the screws. And I just need the drill bit because I already have a drill. No, I have bits for the wall, but I need to drill into wood. Um, and the thing is, I don't even know if I can use this drill. I have to ask them that too. um, do tell them what. Yes, I took pictures of the drill so I can show them. I can be like, I have this one. Does it work? Do you have something that I can put on this to drill in wood? If not, what do I need to buy? Just tell me. um. So yeah, I'll and like the thing is, I don't even need a super expensive drill or anything. So if they are like, oh yeah, unfortunately your drill is like a power drill, you can't really use it on wood because it's like literally too harsh. Like you need a drill that can go a bit softer. Um, then I'll like just buy one. I'm just not gonna buy the most expensive one, but I'll just buy one. It's fine. Like the thing is, I said this earlier, but my problem or my fear is that once I overcome my fear of drilling, or you can rent one. I could do that too. Um, Potentially, but I don't mind buying it because I don't know. It's like one of those things, it's just nice to have because again, I see myself realizing that it's fun to do DIY projects. And then I'm like, "Oh yeah, okay, so like I still probably won't necessarily enjoy drilling into walls because that sound scares me. But like drilling into wood, like I love watching DIY videos and stuff. And I'm like watching it, I'm like, that looks like so much fun. Imagine just being able to make something, like coming up with a design and just making it. I don't think I'll do DIY content to be honest, because again, I monetize everything I do. I have a problem of every single thing in my life. I'll be like, "Oh, I can make content out of it." And I need to stop that behavior because it's actually problematic. I don't think I'll go into DIY content also because I do not want to get roasted. Because I don't know if you've ever seen the comments on DIY content, but people are ruthless. Also, hi, Chris. It's good to see you. They have affordable tools that are great to get started with. Oh, that's actually not a bad idea. I'm literally passing a little on my way to the hardware store. So I might just as well just pop in and see what they have. The builder is already in your brand. Yeah, but I build in games. Yeah, the roasting would occur, and I don't want that. I get plenty of roasting in my YouTube comments. I have like enough roasting for one person. Nope, she's not gonna do that. No. Also, I saw your question about if I'm gonna film it. I think for my setup makeover, I'm not gonna do like a full recording because various reasons. One, I know Scott's gonna help me a couple of times, and I don't want to put the pressure on him of being filmed. Because I know that sometimes that makes him feel a little less comfortable in his own home. If he's like constantly filmed, which I get, it's his house, he wants to chill. And also that kind of partially goes for me as well. I don't want to have to think about also having to film the whole process because if you set up cameras, you're gonna have to remember to change the batteries, change the cards, blah blah blah. Um, Also, Moonlight, welcome in, and Liv, welcome in, and Hollow, welcome in, and thank you all so much for cheering me on as well. And Ricky, welcome in. It's good to see all of you. And Emma, welcome in. And Thomas, I just realized, welcome in. And Felipe, welcome in. Cabazon, welcome in. Oh my goodness, I missed so many people saying hi. But I think what I'll do is I'll do like a good amount of like pre-shots of my setup, and then I might do some like little bits just in vertical. If I make any content about it, it's all gonna be reels. I don't want to do a full vlog this time because also I don't have time to edit. In October I'm traveling again and I'm already working on a schedule on how I can pre-record everything to get everything done so I can take another 2-week break. Um And once I come back from my 2-week break, it's time for a charity month. So traveling where to? TwitchCon US. But I'll be away for 2 weeks again. Although not fully because I'll be streaming. We're gonna do IRL streams, co-working streams. There will be panels. I'm technically working. So like it's very different to a holiday. I don't have to do as much prep. And some sponsorship things, like for Elgato, I talked to them and I was like, hey, can we actually maybe film something at TwitchCon? Because they're gonna have a big booth. And I was like, you know what, we can use that as an opportunity to maybe make something a bit more unique. So I feel like there's a little less intense prep compared to my holiday because I also don't have to put on out of office. I'm taking my laptop, I'll be working a couple of times. Time zone difference, curious how that works out. Yeah, I think what's going to happen is the co-working streams will probably be in morning US time, which is going to be like end of the day here. And then the IRL streams are going to be at night for European people simply because we're going to do that in the afternoon there. Um, yeah, TwitchCon US. Um, so I have a lot of things coming up for TwitchCon US. My calendar is filling up so fast. Like I there's already 5 panels that are published. Like those are already 5 commitments that are like that I can talk about. Then there are 3 more things in the pipeline that I cannot, well, technically 4. Although one is not really NDA, that's literally just a meet up with a group, which is gonna be super fun though. But there's 3 more big things. I can well, the 5 things I can talk about, those are the panels that I'm gonna be on. So I'm gonna be on a panel with Amber, which is gonna be that's like her panel about streaming while you're chronically ill. So it's about setting healthy boundaries, balancing your energy, tips and tricks on people that either do it part-time next to another job or full-time. So that's one of the panels I'll be on as a like a joining speaker. And then I have 3 panels that I submitted. So we have one panel that is called Money Talks Creator Cash Secrets, and it's all about how to monetize your content. Specifically in a way that it doesn't exhaust your community in like, people doing literal subathons every month. That eventually destroys your community. So to like how sustainably monetize your content in a way that you can potentially make a living off of it, but you also don't have to go to resources like that. Then there is another panel that we also did in Europe, which is the social media one. The only change is that Owen is switched with Becky Amon. So it's gonna be an all girls panel. Actually really cool. But it's about how to leverage other social media channels for your Twitch growth. And then there is the last panel, which is about charity streaming. And it is about basically the power of charity streaming and how you can um like do good and give back to the world using your platform for charity. And that is going to be the same panel as we did in the EU, but with a completely different panel setup. So it doesn't have any of the same panelists. The panelists are Smirky. I don't know if you guys know him, but he's a fellow ambassador. Spring Sims, G, so Study Time, who's currently actually doing a huge IRL charity event in Kenya, and Kayla, Lil Simsy. I don't know yet, you. I'm waiting on the confirmation on which rooms will be streamed. They haven't let us know. They said they are still working on deciding which rooms are going to be streamed. Um, if you want, yeah, that like partially works, Esther, but they're going to change that. So that list is not complete yet. They're going to change which rooms will be streamed based on the budget that they have available because they basically need to set up all the streaming equipment per room. So it just depends on how much money they have and on how much rooms they can set up. Yeah, Becky's gonna do that panel as well. Actually, she wasn't originally, but Owen has a lot of panels. So he was like, hey, would you be okay with swapping out? Because I'm actually on a really busy schedule. And then he was like, I proposed Becky. And I was like, I'm 100% down for that. Yes. Because she's awesome. And I think she has some really good insights on this. So it actually feels like a fun full circle moment because last year, I was on a delayed flight. Like when I went to TwitchCon US last year, my flight from Amsterdam to London got delayed by 2 hours, and therefore I missed my transfer. And because I missed my transfer, I had to wait at London Heathrow Airport by myself for 6 hours. It was potentially hi, Abu. Narwhal swimming in the ocean. Hi, Abu. It's good to see you. um, but basically, I was waiting for 6 hours on that plane, and I remember being so frustrated with the whole delay. I was like, I hate this so much. It sucks. And then I went to like the little supermarket on the airport, and I actually ran into Owen, Becky, and Eloise. And I think they were with more people, but I don't remember who they were with. I just remember seeing them and being like, "Oh my god, I love your guys' content." But I was too shy to talk to them. And then we ended up being on the same plane to San Diego. And then we arrive in San Diego, and like everyone's waiting for their luggage and stuff to pick it up. And I'm still like, oh, shit, do I go say hi? And then I'm like, no. They probably had a long journey. If anyone came up to me right now, I would not be in like my best headspace to say hi. So I kind of just left them and I didn't say anything. And then the next day at the partner party, I run into them again and I'm like, okay, now I have to just say hi, like there's no way that I'm not gonna just say like, "Oh my god, I was on a plane with you guys yesterday. Hope you had good travel. I love your content." And so I did, and from that, we sort of like kept running into each other throughout the convention. So we kept saying hi and kept being like, "Oh my god, it's good to see you again." And then TwitchCon Rotterdam comes around, and we actually are on a panel. In this case with Eloise and Owen and G and Amber, and Becky didn't join at the time. But like we kept running into each other at TwitchCon EU as well, kept seeing each other. And now it kind of feels like a full circle moment that I'll be on a panel with them again in TwitchCon US, like exactly a year later. It feels like such a silver lining of missing that flight at that time, because I don't think if I had seen them at the airport, I don't think I would have taken the effort to go say hi at the partner party because I would have been too shy. Because in this case, it was literally like, okay, Ro, 3 times the charm. You have to go say hi now. Like you cannot. Sometimes you see that I think a lot of people who've been to a TwitchCon have this where like they see someone in passing and they kind of go like, "Oh my god, I love that person's content." But then the moment sort of passed and you don't want to be that weirdo, running after someone being like, "Oh my god, Harry, I love you." Like like fangirls in my nature, so I'm always scared that I'm too much when I go say hi to people. I'm like, I don't want to embarrass myself or you. So in this case, it was like sort of it worked out. Like everything was a full circle. And now I'm like, it's really cool that I get to vibe with them because they're very nice people and just like really chill to hang out with. Like, right? It's funny how it all worked out. It's like one of those things where I don't know. It's like a weird butterfly effect. You'd be terrified. She is awesome. She's very chill. That was the thing. Like the moment I went to say hi, like the whole group, everyone, they were so chill about it. And then we just had a really good yap. We had some drinks. Like, it's like for some reason, I'm always scared that I'm gonna embarrass myself or that I'll be like of annoyance to someone. But then always people tell me afterwards, like, no, it was really chill. Like, it was nice hanging out and vibing. Like, there were like everything was cool. And I'm like, okay, good. You do not want to be a weirdo running after people. I do not feel attacked. Not at all. Especially when they start screaming, like, oh my God, is that the Rosannatxt? For reference, for context, Abu, my mod, did this to me at TwitchCon to fuck with me. Like, just to piss me off. Because I was like, please, I don't make a big deal out of anything. And then Abu was like, I got you covered. Let me make a big deal out of this. And I like just wanted to disappear. I was like, stop. Because like so many people were watching. Because you made sure it was loud enough that people could hear. And I'm like, oh my God, stop. Um, that is true, you. That is true. The thing is, I think it's like a mix of being insecure about like being too much. Very much an ADHD problem. Like as a kid, I heard so often, like, you never shut up, do you? You do certainly talk a lot. You're always so loud. Why do you talk so loud? You can just talk normal volume. We can also hear you." Like, so many shit comments when I was just being really enthusiastic. So for me, there's, like, sort of this little voice in the back of my head when I get really enthusiastic about something. I go like, "Oh shit, I have to make sure that I don't go overboard." Like, sort of there's this, like, little pullback in the back of my mind where I'm like, "Oh, please stay aware of that that you're not too much because people, like, might think you're too loud or talk too much or not considerate." And it also comes from the place of I want to be considerate of other people's feelings because I find that important. Also, hi, Micah, welcome in. It is good to see you. Hello, hello. And Anna, welcome in. It's good to see you as well. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it's like finding the balance between, okay, so when is it like my insecurity holding me back and like when is it actually me holding me back because I'm realizing someone else might be preoccupied right now. Like I think at the airport supermarket in London, I could have said hi, it was fine. Like they were chilling, they were just picking out some crisps, no problem. Me realizing, hey, don't talk to someone who's just been on like a 9-hour flight and is probably really tired and just wants to get their luggage and go to the hotel. Like, that was not being insecure. That was just like, hey, that's considerate. Like, don't ambush them when they're trying to go to the hotel and sleep. Um, when when we meet, I need you to be the yapping one. Oh, 100%, don't worry. Especially when I get awkward, I yap even more. So, like, if you've ever heard me yap a lot, it's either because I'm enthusiastic or because I'm awkward, and you'll never be able to tell the difference. um, Kinda broke through them. Yeah, I don't have them as much anymore. There was a period where I had them a lot, Top Desk period, because I don't know what it was about Top Desk, but they were, like, the worst in telling me I was too much in so many scenarios. Like, it was one of those themes that kept reoccurring during my appraisals, but ever since I completely mentally distanced myself from that whole company, as soon as I knew, "Hey, actually, doesn't matter," I feel like I have it a lot less. Um, let's wear t-shirts with Rose face, please. I will ask Twitch security to ban you. No, that's a joke for legal reasons. For legal reasons, I would not ban a boo from TwitchCon. I would probably bring my Sharpie and sign the t-shirt for shits and giggles. Um, and then I'm a yapper too. Awesome. I love that. I'm already excited. Also, I'm trying to find the link and then we're going to start up the game, but there was something that I wanted to share with you guys. Oh, wait. I made a command for this. I'm like literally all the time I'm trying to find a link. I made a literal command. If you want, that is my personalized schedule. That is public for now. Um, can I steal that idea? Of course. Go for it. Um, instead of one, the legal amount in Germany. I mean, I don't know. I would probably just ignore it because I'm like, I don't work in law enforcement. They don't pay me to to uphold the law. And it's not like obviously if your neighbor is like genuinely doing something super illegal, like, maybe having 50 weed plants and selling it to children, yes, then I'd call the cops. But like if it's 3 instead of 1, I'd be like, "Yeah, you know what? Not my problem." I know, Abu, I'm so excited for you. I cannot wait for you. I have so much FOMO. I'm so sorry. Also, hi, cat. Um, in the Netherlands, it's 5. True, true. Um, getting that printed on a t-shirt. Oh, that's actually kinda golden. Please, yes. Yes, print that on the t-shirt. I wanna wear that too, to our panel. Oh, she would hate me for that. Imagine. Imagine you're on a panel with someone and they just show up with a t-shirt with your face on it. No, I wouldn't wanna do that to her. I'll have a giggle privately about it, and then I'll be like, "You know what? Um, you're off for 3 weeks. That is so nice. That is so nice. Also, hold on. I just saw something. Um, the San Diego schedule keeps getting extended, and I'm, like, so excited for all the things on the schedule. Like, there's so many fun things, but I'm just notoriously busy. So I don't know if I'll have time to actually go do things, but T-shirts with Toot's face. Oh, I would love that. That'd be hilarious. Speaking of, actually, you can technically get T-shirts with Toot's face because I republished the cat room. What? The cat merch. It is back available. And also, I got confirmation that the artist that I want to work with wants to do the design for Self Care is Sexy. However, they are busy, so it's gonna take a little while. So don't expect anything anytime soon. It's probably more gonna be towards the end of the year. Because they have a bigger commission they need to finish first. And I literally said, I want to work with you so bad that I don't care what the timeline is. Like any timeline that works for you will work for me. But they said yes, even though they normally don't take commissions. So I'm very excited. I'm not going to share who it is just yet because again, don't want to put pressure on them. And also, I think it might be more fun if it's a bit of a surprise. But I can promise you that this is going to be beautiful and it's gonna be perfect for self-care sexy vibes. But yeah, if you didn't know, this is a collection that I republished. It was once a limited edition, but with the celebration stream for 4 years, you guys unlocked it again. So it's now available on the Cat Lovers collection, and you have like Sus and Tut and them together. There's like 3 designs, and, yeah, you can get, like, the T-shirts, the sweaters, the bags. There's even a blanket, stickers, little notebook, mugs. Wait, it's difficult to show you, but it's like a mug, and on one hand along one side, you see Sus, on the other side, you see Toot. Then we obviously also have the regular Planty collection. Like, we have all the designs for the Pride Planty, the Butt Planty, the Hug Planty, the Smart Planty, and a Planty family where you can get, like, a little overview with multiple. I'm gonna probably make more, but it's just very time consuming, so I just haven't had the time. Like, I wanna have more Planty designs. Um, and I also always during Movember have specific Movember merch with like the mustache planty, where if you buy it during Movember, the any of the proceedings will get donated to charity. Um that's like a specific thing that every single year in Movember I release it again. I publish it for the whole month, and then at the end of the month I take it offline. So it's like exclusively available for the event, and everything that I make from that will immediately go to charity. For a t-shirt, it's about like 20 I think it's like 25 and then $10 goes to charity and then $15 is literally just the production cost of the shirt. Um and then we also have the Salt Lamp collection, which is just a shits and giggles collection for anyone. But like it has like little there's like cards or a little canvas or a bag. There's even a sweater with Salt Lamp on it. And this card says, "Damn, are you a salt lamp? Because I want to lick you, even though I shouldn't." And there's like a certified lamp licker sticker. And you have like coasters that say "Why so salty?" And you also have coasters with just normal salt lamps, nothing else on it. You have, like I said, the sweater that on the front just has a little salt lamp, and on the back it just says salt lamp. This one says, "I got 99 problems, and my salt lamp solves all of them." And this says, "I'm sorry I licked your salt lamp." That's in case you visit someone and you lick their salt lamp and you feel like you should apologize. This one, "I'm aware of the effect I have on women." And I would like to say that I am in fact very proud that I made all of this. Like these are my designs. I came up with these jokes, okay? And I'm very proud of them and I want that to be known. I want it to be known that I came up with this. I sat down and I was like, Rope, put on your funny hat. You need to make salt lamp merch. But yeah, during Movember, I'll also republish the Movember collection. And once the design is ready, I will also have the Self Care is Sexy collection. Um, because when I licked you, I went, ew, this one's even saltier. Imagine actually sending that to someone. um, I'm still sad I didn't buy the salt lamp I found secondhand. You didn't, Lynn? That's a crime against salt lamps. You can simply, one, does simply not walk out of a secondhand market without buying a salt lamp. Oh. Anyways, secondhand licks, ew. I mean, if I ever sell my salt lamp, technically someone is getting secondhand licks. Also, I feel like I have to clear my throat. I'm just really quickly gonna mute, okay? Okay. I think I'm good. I still have that sort of like annoying itch. Um, if you sell it, you better do it to the community. Also, I'm starting on my game, by the way. It's loading in the meantime. I don't know if I want to sell it to the community because then the person who buys it, I don't think I'll ever be able to look at them the same. Like, I will probably feel like a little bit creepy. Like, I don't know. Um, the fact that the market was outside and it was raining. Oh no, the lamp got licked by the sky. Um, Ew! Is that when ew! Ugh, okay, we need to stop talking about licking. Salt lamps are people. I don't care either or and everything. We're simming. Okay, come on, Sims. I know you loaded up. So, also I took out the mods that were broken again because tomorrow I will fix my problems, but now I just needed my building mods, but the one mod that I did actually fix is look, I got a new main menu mod. Do you guys like it? Throughout the day, the lighting will change based on the time of day you're playing. It's from the same creator who made the previous background replacement that I had, so Symmetrically. But I saw this one and I was like, oh, actually, you know what? This is beautiful. Also, Crafty and Bader and Pauline, welcome in, and Lauren, welcome in, and thanks for cheering me on, and Carmoon, welcome in, and Huff, welcome in, and Mary Hone, welcome in. It's all good to see you. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Hold on, I just need to check something. Okay. This can go. I just had like 5 million tabs open, so I just needed to close them. But yeah, we're gonna go into load game, and I'm gonna open the mod mansion. Or what is left of the mod mansion. This project is a little bit painful. For anyone who's missed it, I'll give a little explanation on what happened. But oh, this is promising. There we go. Um for anyone who missed it, I've been working on this project for a long time. I started in January this year, so it's been 8 months in the works. And that's also with like some lengthy breaks in between. But one day I opened up the save file because I was preparing the stream and it was just gone. I know she lost her pants. I don't know what happened. She just woke up. We can't blame her. But it was just gone. The whole project. Basically, the save file reset itself to the default state of the game. So any of the builds that I had done were just gone. Which meant that the mod mansion, in the state that I had it in, which was, I would say, 85% finished, was also gone. Luckily, up until that point, the process was recorded. Oh God. See, this is I'm bringing the mental support, I see. But yeah, get ready. I'm not ready. Hi, Kayla. Welcome in. Hello, friends. Hi, eggs. You guys are the mental support today. I need it. I need it. I was literally talking about how I lost an 8-month-long build project. And we are, we're trying. We're trying to still finish it. Innkeeper, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Months, yes, months. And I cried about it. Like, big time. It's I'm building a mansion for my moderators. Every single mod gets their own room in the mansion based on their personality. And let's just say that for some reason my save file reset to all the default builds. I have no clue what happened. It was with one of the updates. I backed up my save files, and even when I restored the backup, all the default builds were back. And in my positive optimism, I didn't upload it to the gallery in between, so I only have the shell version. And what we're now gonna do is, because I've been recording this process to make a YouTube series out of it as well, we're gonna power through and we're gonna finish it because 3 of my mods didn't get a bedroom in the house yet, and I wanted to give them their personalized room. I wanted to make sure that they got, like, their build and their room and their personality represented. So the fact that you guys are here to support us through this, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope you had a great stream. I was actually lurking in your stream the entire time, so I think I'm a raider. Yeah, I'm a raider in my own stream now. But I hope you had a great time. I loved seeing your build today with the mudroom kit. For anyone hanging out here, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the mudroom kit. I'm obsessed with it. I actually think I'll be using the items so much. Like, it's such a good kit. I'm very excited to play with it some more. I might actually use it in the build today. Who knows? But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. I actually do have a little introduction, like it's a raid video thingy that I can show you guys to give you a little bit of an idea of what the channel is about. Also, my cat is here. This is my cat. Her name is Seuss. And she's very rarely on stream, so you're very lucky. I have 2 cats. One of them is an absolute stream celebrity. She'll show up, like, anytime that she gets the opportunity to get attention, but this one, she is, like, very shy. So, you guys are lucky. The built-ins, right? I will 100% use all of them. Like, I'm obsessed. It's gonna be so useful. Also, thank you so much for all those follows. I appreciate it. You guys are super sweet. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna show you guys my little raid introduction, okay? Then you get a little bit of an idea of what these streams are like. In the meantime, I'm gonna breathe. And for anyone, if you need to go raid and run, raid and rest, you know, take some time away from the screen, please make sure to do so as well. But the video is about 1.5 minutes long, so I'll see you on the other end. Welcome in. My name is Rosanna, and online I go by Rosannatxt because I'm quite the chatterbox and I have a lot of text. See what I did there? I'm a full-time creator and Twitch ambassador, and on my channel we do gaming. Wait. I leave my Sims unattended for 2 minutes. They are mother and daughter. They are mother and daughter. Co-working. We're gonna ace our work. We're gonna wrap up the day. We got this. I'm very proud of you for being here, and a sprinkle of IRL.
It's just me and my bestie hanging out, you know, chat. Me and my bestie.
I'm from the Netherlands, and I live with my partner and my 2 cats named Toot and Soos. Did you just try to eat the creeper? I'm neurospicy, chronically ill, and some days I seriously wonder if I should be allowed on the internet with a camera and microphone. She is doing the partner pussy. I didn't mean to say partner pussy. Let me tell you, lube does wonders. It's like more slippery than soap. And yes, I have actually used it. I have been to that point. I love to use my platform to raise money for charity, and my community is champion of coming up with silly incentives and goals.
I'm a lemon. Wow. I'm gonna find a spot that's not too dusty. Ew, that one's even saltier. I'll feed you mayo. Chat, don't worry. I never realized that you don't chew on mayo.
Our community is named the Jungle of Planties, a space where everyone is unique and yet we grow and thrive together. And you are more than welcome to hang out with us. But don't forget to stretch, take a sip, and take some time away from the screen. Because like we always say here, self-care is very sexy. That worked. Okay. When I pressed that button earlier, nothing happened. So I was sat here like, why is nothing happening? But thank you guys so much again for the follows. I appreciate it. We were just about to load into some buildings. So, also hi Nymphlera, it's good to see you. Hello, hello. Seuss is here. I know, isn't she the cutest? She's just sleeping in the back. Also, I'm for a little second gonna mute my alerts because otherwise we're gonna hear that little like Nintendo alert a lot of times. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. I'm glad you guys like the video. I think maybe something that you might have noticed in that video, but might be a good disclaimer to give quickly because I know that Kayla is a family-friendly streamer. We are officially an 18 plus stream. It is up to you to do with that rule as as you see fit. But I do swear on streams, not super often, but like I do swear sometimes. We do discuss like, adult topics, stuff like that. So yeah. Just wanted to give that heads up that if you're hanging out here and you're not above 18, that's maybe something to take into consideration. Um, but yeah, the mother and daughter thing in The Sims is I'm still not over that. And that's like 4 years ago. That's like 4 years ago at this point, and I'm still in shock. But to get this is the build. And I can promise you it looked way better. It looked way, way better when I worked on it right before my save glitched out. Like, we had everything decorated. It was super lush. It was beautiful. There were, like, plants everywhere. The entire inside was furnished, but luckily, like I said, we have the recordings, so we're all good. Speaking of that, I need to make sure that I'm recording now, so I'm gonna make sure to do that because, like I said, I've been turning this into a YouTube series so that people can still, like, see all the progress even though it technically doesn't exist anymore. And we're gonna still decorate the bedrooms that I hadn't done yet. We are using CC in this build because I normally don't build with CC, but I figured that I would really like to do a CC build. And then I kind of got carried away. um, that you're neurospicy? Yeah, yeah. So I have ADHD. Um, and I have a very neurospicy family as well, so there might be some other flavors in there as well, but only diagnosed ADHD. But we talk about it a lot on this channel actually. Both about the process of getting a diagnosis, about like living with it, challenges. We have a very neurospicy community as well, so I hope that you enjoy your time here. Also, someone asked if I am over the spoonful of mayo. I don't know. The spoonful of mayo was really something. Like, I don't think when I signed up for the spoonful of mayo, I don't think I realized how big of a challenge it would be to eat a simple spoon of mayo. Like, I don't think mayo is gross. I actually like it, but a whole spoon was definitely so. I don't think I'm over licking my salt lamp either. Specifically because that was something I really didn't want to do. And you guys all tricked me into licking my salt lamp because you were like, it's for charity. And you guys know I'm a sucker for that. A spoonful of cinnamon, I don't think I would ever want to do that. That's like legit dangerous. And I would be the person, like, I'm clumsy. I would choke on it probably. Um, fine by me. Mustard is harder. Abu, don't give chat ideas. But yeah, the cinnamon is actually dangerous, so, like, don't do that. It's, like, not good. Um, the pencil holder was like yeah, that's also I also have, like, a pencil holder that's also made out of, like, salt lamp rock, like Himalayan salt. I also had to lick that. My chat is a menace when it comes to charity. Like, they will come up with things, and I'm like, "Yeah, but it's for charity." This time around, I'm already working on my big charity campaign for November in, like well, for Movember in November. I have things on the list already that I'm like, why am I doing this to myself? But I think you guys are gonna like it. Oh, a whole thing of crackers. Yeah, that's also like it's so dry. Um, but this is the room that we're gonna at least start and finish today. Funnily enough, I'm just realizing these look so much like the one from the mud kit. They're from a completely different creator. Hold on. These are so similar. You know we love to see you suffer. I am aware, yes. Whose is this? This is Esther's room, and I recreated the room based on the recording. So I went back, I sat here with the recording. Also, my game tends to freeze when I'm trying to open the build by catalog because I have so much CC. Once it's loaded, once it gets better, but might have to sort through my CC at one point. Um, but hold on, I want to put this next to each other. Okay, they're different, but do you guys see what I mean with their like similar vibes? And I actually really like these. I use them all the time in my builds when I'm working with CC, but I'm really happy that we now have a version that's not CC. It's giving IKEA vibes, yeah, but kind of like the fancy IKEA vibes. Like the I don't know how to say it in I've actually realized I've never said this in English. I always say box, but I know that's very Dutch. And then I was like, "Do you say packs?" And I'm like, "That sounds weird." My brain just trying to trying to click. PAX? Is it PAX? I guess people say PAX East when they talk about the convention, so I'm guessing that's how you say it. Um, but I like that we now have an in-game version of this. That's actually really nice. But yeah, this is the room for my moderator, Esther. And every single one of my mods filled in a little questionnaire as a preparation for this room. Or like for the room that I was gonna build for them. And I'm just gonna grab Esther's answers really quickly so we can read them again because it's been a hot minute since we worked on this project because I lost the build. So, Esther says that her favorite color is dark blue and anthracite. Her hobbies are reading, shopping, and going out to eat. If she had to describe her interior aesthetic in 3 words, it would be clean, cute clutter, and subtle contrast colors. She says that she's a maximalist. She loves cute clutter, specifically things like minerals, crystals, and stuff like that around her room. She would consider herself a little bit messy and neat, like somewhere in between. But when it comes to clothes, she's specifically a bit more messy. So that's actually the last thing that we worked on before this whole project came crashing down on us. Is we were working on like one of those chairs in your room where you just like drop all your clothes. Um, and we were trying to find as much like clothing clutter that we could find and placing it on and around the chair. So that's like what we worked on last to make sure that that part of her is represented well in the room. Also, thank you again so much for all the follows. I appreciate it. Um, as a job or occupation or daily activity, something that should be represented in the room, she wrote that she works in a hardware store. She manages the paint department and the wallpaper aisle, which is something that we can like try to represent a little bit, but not really sure how to represent it yet because it's not like you take, bunch of paint back home to be like, okay, let's go and, paint my room. But maybe you do. Maybe you do. Her favorite food is noodles and dumplings. Some questions of these are also just to get to know the moderator better. Obviously I'm not gonna fill the room with dumplings. It was just like a little thing where we were like, hey, that might be fun to learn about each other. One of the favorite places that she's traveled to is Kleve in Germany. Especially for shopping and just also riding around the area because apparently it's pretty. Um, Also, her art style or her favorite artist is MC Escher, which is funny because I did not know that about Esther, but that actually is something we have in common because it's also one of my favorite artists. So that's something that I would like to still incorporate because I don't think we have any paintings that could represent Escher's style paintings. Um, and then there was a question of like, is there any guidance or tips that you want to share with me? for the room in the mod mansion that is not included in the list above. And the answer is that she loves Christmas lights, fake plants, and basic posters. So I guess we still have some decoration to do because there is a whole empty corner over here. And I think this side of the room is already like coming together nicely, but I think it can do with a little bit more fake plants because you say you like them, and I don't think there's nearly enough. Close chair in a stream a couple of months ago. I couldn't believe that you didn't have a chair like that, and now guess what? You also don't have it anymore. Also, yes. Okay, mods. I feel like this would be a really good point to make a little poll. I don't know if anyone of you has time to make a little like a little poll, but I'm very curious to hear for everyone hanging out in stream who has a closed chair and who doesn't have a closed chair. Complete identity change. You don't have it anymore in your new house. So now when we do this poll, you're going to have to fill in another answer. Um Oh, no, I'm so sorry to hear that, Ruby. That sounds awful. I'm glad to or, like, I hope you feel better soon. Um, I hope you feel better soon. Um, but yeah, the last time that we were talking about this, my chat was really surprised that I do not have a chair with like, dirty clothes on it. I have a couple of hooks on my door that I hang things on that are, like, not supposed to go back into my closet because they're, too dirty for the closet, but too clean for the laundry. Um But for some reason also, I just realized this is one of the songs in the playlist I cannot stand. I'm gonna skip it. Um, but, like, I have a couple of hangers, but that's it. The hooks idea from you. I feel like it does serve the same purpose. It just looks less messy. Um, it's a blanket chest that I pile the clothes on. Nice. Honestly, that sounds I actually that kind of sounds cozy. I don't know why. That's the thing. I always do feel like having a clothes pile chair, like it looks cozy. But I am just a person who's like chronically tidy to a point where I need to tidy before I go to sleep because otherwise I feel like I can't sleep. Because then my brain is still messy. And if my brain is messy, I can't sleep, which I feel like is a very neurodivergent thing. Also, I'm gonna look for a poster that kind of has like Escher style. I don't know if I have anything like that in my game. I have Better Build Buy installed. Why can I not expand the catalog? I have Better Build Buy, right? Oh my god, I don't have Better Build Buy installed. Why? Okay, well, I guess that's why I'm seeing all of my custom content. I don't think it's necessarily bad. I think we'll be fine today, but that's confusing. Um, Same level of clutter tolerance as me. That is a smart move. I'm kind of the opposite. I'm literally dating someone who has the same level of like tidiness obsession as me. So sometimes we will literally be over the weekend, we'll just be like cleaning our house or not even cleaning, like tidying. And then we're organizing something like super trivial. And then we look at each other and then we just giggle and we're like, haha, we're so nerdy about this. It's just one of those things that both of us appreciate. Update? Well, the thing is, I worked on my mods today to make sure that I had the right mods installed that weren't broken, but that allowed me to do building today. So I thought I had Better Build Buy in there. I guess I might have accidentally removed it anyways. Um Also, okay, we have a poll going on. So the question, if you don't see the poll, you can refresh your stream. Usually then it pops up. But do you have a chair with cleanish clothes or put it away? I would probably say that I clean it up more than that I put it on my hangers anyways. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Um, Guess that's bad, but I do have a pile of clean clothes at the foot of my bed that I rarely put away that are things that you wear most regularly. That makes sense as well. Because then like you put it away and you almost immediately grab it again so that you can wear it. Um, okay, I don't know if I have any like Escher-esque posters in my game. Like even with all of my CC. But otherwise you said that you like basic posters. I'm curious what that means. Oh, something like that could actually work. That kind of fits both purposes, I guess. The musical kind on your computer keyboard. Imagine having like a huge pile of clothes on your computer keyboard. That sounds inconvenient. You like this one? Okay, good. Perfect. That gives me a bit of a like a vibe that I can work with. Um, so I think I have more things that are similar to that. That feels a bit too artistic. Maybe something like this. I feel like that's also can does that qualify as a basic poster? Um, there was a windowsill bench. Oh, windowsill benches are pretty. I have one in my living room, which is probably why I don't put clothes on there. Um, because it's on a different floor. Um, but I love how almost half of you guys do have a clothing chair like that. That is amazing. Um, the more artistic one. Okay, so you did like it. Okay, good. It is a bit more simple. I also have a bunch of these that are like a bit more colorful ones. But I really like the artistic ones, like the ones from Peacemaker. I do really enjoy these. Also, these do come in your favorite colors. I'm just realizing this now. Oh, hold on. Maybe I can actually work with that and make like a cute, like threefold. Oh, I have an idea. I still like this one. I'll probably still use it, but like these three together, they're like the right colors. Oh, I like that. I actually really like that. I also think it would be nice to have, like, so far, a lot of the mods have their own TV or gaming setup. Do you have a desk or do you have a laptop, Esther? Happy buying that. Awesome. That's good. That's good to know. Um, Alex desk, you have an iMac. Okay, so we do still have to give you a desk as well then. Um, let me see where I would add that. Because maybe we don't do a TV setup then. Maybe we can do the desk underneath here. I thought I had like an I do. I do have like the Alex desk setup. Also my other cat is here. Hi, Senator. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. This is being really cute. Dude, are you on my desk being a silly cat again? That feels like an iMac. I watch TV somewhere with someone else. That sounds cozy. That gives you a good reason to like go hang out. Um and then on your desk we need a light and more fake plants. I think that is very important. Uh Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for that follow as well. Hmm. I don't know. I want like a cozier light, I think. Maybe something like that is kind of cute. Like simple, but it's cute. Um, did I just hear Jimin first time here and I have to ask? You mean the little alert? Or the music? Oh, wait, you said you love candles as well. We can add candles on your desk. That's actually cute. The alert, it's the little sound from when you go into your like, when you have your Switch and you open your profile on your Switch. Oh, no, Senator, I'm sorry, that really sucks. We hate it when that happens. I was like, "Why am I only seeing gray and white things?" Because you have color filters on, bro. Uh, am I BTS ARMY? Well, I think I don't get the reference, so I'm guessing no. But I'm guessing maybe other people in chat? Is it Jonas Brothers? I literally don't know. I this is something that is like, expectation management for my stream, I guess. 90% of the time when there's pop references, they go straight over my head. And it's like, I feel like no matter how hard I try to catch up with pop culture references, there's just no way. There's too many at this point. Oh, is it K-pop? Okay, yeah. Well, I'm not entirely clueless about K-pop, but I'm also not super invested. I saw a K-pop band live 2 weeks ago, um, which was fun. I like that. I would love to see Blackpink live actually. That's like when it comes down to K-pop bands, that's like the one that I actively listen to. But I saw what's their face? Come on, see, this is what I mean. I have like like if Dory was a human, it would be me sometimes. Kiss of Life, that's the one. I saw them live. It was definitely something. Probably heard it in stores, yeah. That's also, I think, a follow problem from this is that even if I know it, I'm notoriously bad with remembering names. So I'll be like, when I hear it, I'll go like, "Oh, yeah, I know this." Same with Atis. Actually, Atis I do know. And Blackpink I do know as well. Um, but I'm just like, people will tell me, and I'll be like, "Okay, this time I'm gonna remember." I don't. Like some days I live in the illusion that I have control over what my brain remembers. Um and then I get put into place by my brain real fast. And then I realize that actually I do not have control over what my brain remembers. It's just whatever it stores, and all the other things are just gone forever. There's that's just it. They are though. I agree. Blackpink are so mothers. Like I think I would faint if I go to one of their shows. I would probably cry. I saw Chappell Roan twice 2 weeks ago. I cried 2 weeks was it 2 weeks ago? I think so. And I cried twice. So, yeah. I think at this point, I've every single time that we talk about music, I'm like, "Oh, I saw them in concert. I cried." I think at this point, I have to admit that I'm a crier at concerts. Like, I don't know. It just moves me, you know? But they never come to Brazil. Yeah, it's always like I feel like with specific places in the world, it can be really hard to go to concerts simply because tours just never go there. Um, and Army is the fandom name. Ah, okay, okay. For the most toxic fandom. Oh no. Well, that's not good. That's not something we like to hear. I don't know if that's a status that you want to be awarded as a fandom. Like, I don't know. Probably because I was younger, yeah. I feel like I don't know, concerts are just to me, they're such, like, a magical moment because it just hit like, the music will just hit different compared to if you listen to it on an album or something. Um, it's hard when you're a fan of both. Yeah, I can imagine, especially if they like, both of them don't really perform where you live. I hate crowded places, so no live yeah, live concerts can get really busy. That is absolutely valid. Um I have this with my dad. Like my dad is a huge like symphonic metal fan and like like he loves Nightwish, but I don't think he's ever going to go to their concert simply because it's just like those concerts obviously it's like metal gets really crowded first thing and then secondly the crowd gets really intense. So it's kind of like he really enjoys their music, but I don't think he would enjoy a live concert. Um Yeah, and it's also, like, the collective experience, I think that always sort of gets to me. When you're at a concert, there's so many people in that same moment enjoying that, like, same shared life performance, and then especially if there's, like, I don't know, with Chappell Roan, for instance, with Hot to Go, it's just like you see so many people at the same time being enthusiastic about something, participating in that dance, being, like, happy in a good place, just generally people are really just, I don't know, vibey. Uh, the only concert I have to admit that I don't think people were super vibey that I went to recently was Charlie XCX. Celtic women. Oh my god, I love Celtic women so much. I'm actually so this is one of those really quirky things that like I whenever people bring it up, I'll be like nerdy about it, but I grew up watching like Riverdance and listening to Clannad and to Celtic Women and I've actually as a kid, I always wanted to go see Riverdance and Lord of the Dance live and I've seen Riverdance live 3 times now, but Lord of the Dance was still like on my list. Like I really, really wanted to see it, and I'm actually gonna go see it this year, right before my 30th birthday, on their 30th anniversary tour, and I don't know. I literally I will cry. I already know I'm gonna cry at that show because it's been something that is just I've been sort of waiting to go for so long. Um, yes, I'm turning 30 this year. Also, good shout, I'm allowed to talk about my age. For anyone else, you guys are ageless beings. This is an ageless chat. You're not allowed to mention your age. That is to protect everyone here in the chat. I'm the only exception. But yes, I'm turning 30 this year at the end of the year. um I know you. I know. When I saw your message, I was like I didn't want to immediately be like, "No, it was really bad." But like the concert was cool, but the crowd was kind of shit. Like people were really inconsiderate. Someone literally took an entire glass of beer and just poured it over me. Like, it sort of went, like, down my back, like, on my pants and stuff. There was people behind us, taking, like, Coke, and after that being, I don't know, a lot. And you would think so the thing is they are very vibey, but just like her music and, like, her camera movement, the vibe is fast, high-paced, insane energy is like people from the moment the concert starts, they are in like the highest potential hype energy that they can get. And then they just don't there's like no moment of breathing. People are like it's like a continuous mosh pit. And everyone's like they are all so up in their own world about being excited that they are seeing Charlie XCX that they are like screaming, but like an unreasonable amount, which is I've been to so many concerts, it takes a lot for me to say that something is unreasonable amount, but like very high pitched, an hour long, just no interruption. Um, so it was just one of those things where I was like, okay, I wasn't like a huge fan of Charlie XCX, but I was at a festival where she was playing, so I was like, well, I might as well go check it out. And then I don't know. It was like definitely not the best experience I've had with a concert. It was also not the worst. The wor like, the thing is one of the worst okay, I need better build by. I'm just realizing all of my debug is enabled. This is gonna make it impossible to scroll through things. During the break, I'll, reinstall it, so that you guys don't have to watch me do that. But, there is, one of the worst it was like, the concert was amazing, but my initial experience was terrible. I got into a fight with someone, and they hit me. Um, Also, it is a streamer specific rule, Pangea. I set it up because if people share their age online, they put themselves in a vulnerable position because you never know who is watching. And I wouldn't want my stream to be a place where, people with ill intentions can basically watch the conversation and then hear someone talk about the fact that they're a bit younger and then take advantage of that. So it's just easier to not talk about age because then it doesn't really matter whether you're young or old or whatever. You're allowed to talk about your life experience, just don't specifically mention your age. It just makes it a little less easy for people to target you if they have bad intentions. But yeah, that was my worst concert experience. I was I went to a Depeche Mode concert and we walked into the crowd and we saw that there was like in the front there was quite a big empty spot What we couldn't see is as we were walking up to that spot in the crowd, that there was actually a fence and that that was the VIP area. Because as you're walking, all you see is just like an empty space. So we were kind of like going through the crowd to get to that empty space. And as we were getting to it, like as we were getting closer, we saw the fence and we realized, oh, this is not where we can go. We have to like turn back because you don't want to go stand in front of people that have been standing there for hours, right? Like we wanted to find a spot where we could see things, but also you're not taking away from someone else's experience and being a dick. So we literally just stopped for 3 seconds to sort of make up our minds of like, okay, what direction are we going to go in? Like, where do we see some space? Stuff like that. And I apparently, by accident, stopped in front of someone else. Um, like that was shorter than me. This was literally, I wasn't even planning on staying there. I just happened to stop there for 3 seconds. And she was not having it. So she pushed me or like sort of pulled me and she immediately started like being really rude. So I just said to her like relatively calmly still like, "Hey, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stay here. This like I literally this was is a complete misunderstanding. I'm so sorry. I'm going to move out of your way." So we moved, but we ended up sort of like diagonally behind her. So she was standing here and I was standing here. Um and like that meant we were relatively close. So the band starts, like the performance starts. They walk on stage, and I'm just like clapping and like, woo, yeah, like yelling. Everyone else was yelling. There was like a stadium with 20,000 people all yelling. And this lady gets mad that I'm yelling. So she like turns around, says something that I couldn't really hear because everyone was yelling. She goes like, shh. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to shut up at a concert where everyone is like screaming? So I'm like not bothered by it. I'm like, okay, you know what? You do you. I'm not gonna be bothered. I'm just gonna enjoy my concert experience. And at one point, what she does is she just like gets her elbow and like goes like this right behind her, like full on my boob. For any people with boobs, you know that hurts. Like getting punched on your boob is very painful. And like she got full force elbow. So I cried. Like the entire first song, I was just crying. And her boyfriend also got really like verbally aggressive. And I was like happy that people like bystanders around us, like everyone was like, what the fuck's going on? Are you okay? Like everyone was immediately sort of like on my side. Everyone noticed that they were being absolute dickheads. But yeah, that was like, I think in the end, the concert ended up being amazing. Like I had a really good time. Because it's, like, one of my favorite bands. I could sing along. We had great places, like, we could actually see everything. Like, all was good in the end. That was a rather awful start. Like, that wasn't fun. Uh, oh, that I love that this candle dish is literally the same size as the table. Okay, so that's not really what we want. I wanted to get, like, a cute, candle because I know, Esther, I remember that you also said that you like not just candles, but also, like, the ones that smell good. Did you report her somewhere? No, because this is in a crowd of 20,000 people. The moment I walk out, I don't know like who she is, where she is, like it's gone. So even if I were to make my way to security to tell them about it, there's nothing they can do. Like the only way that something could happen was like if security was right next to me and then I could have poked them and be like, she is misbehaving. But unfortunately, I sort of just had to accept that it happened and move on, try to move on from it as much as possible. Um, But yeah, it wasn't fun. Um, Luckily, I haven't had an experience like that ever again. You have too much? Okay, good. So we need to add like a little candle storage somewhere. Yeah, some people are really inconsiderate. And the thing is, some people also like assume that others are inconsiderate. So that's I think sort of what happened here is I was just trying to make my way to a spot where I could comfortably stand. And she sort of assumed that I was taking a place in front of her. And it was true. I was wearing my tall boots. So I was like a tall person because I'm a Dutchie. So I'm already tall. And then I was wearing like platform boots. So I was even taller. So I understood that she didn't want me to stand in front of her. Um, but she could have just maybe like, I don't know, poked me on the arm and been like, "Hey, I'm sorry, do you mind? Like I can't really see. Can I stand in front of you?" Then we would have been fine. Like nothing would have been up. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else that I need to add to your room, Esther. Do you feel like there's anything that I'm forgetting? Important question. I think I want to add this above your bed. A bin. That's actually a really good one. I always forget that we can add bins to bedrooms, but it's actually not a weird thought. And we have a really nice bedroom bin, which sounds weird, but it's this one. Um exactly. She could have just, complained to her boyfriend in a very passive aggressive way. Um and like she could have even sort of been like a bitch about it, but she didn't have to get physical and smack me on my boob nonetheless. Those only deserve love, not smacks. um Oh, ads incoming. Good shout. That's actually time for break. Oh my goodness. I was yapping so much that I didn't even realize. The ads are incoming. I always take a little midstream break so that you guys don't miss any of the building. I'm quickly gonna reinstall Better Build Buy, and then I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes, okay? Hi. Oh, my cat is no longer here. I'm back from break. My game is restarting. Guys, you're never gonna believe this. You guys are never gonna believe this. I just got a message from like Steven forwarded it to me. For anyone who wasn't here earlier today, I did a Twilight themed co-working stream. We had like Twilight music playing, we had a Twilight background. Um is like we were like committed to the bit. Okay, everything was Twilight themed. I'm not even kidding. The official Instagram account of Twilight posted this today. It says, "Forever begins again." And that's it. And then the caption says, "Tomorrow, dot, 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 sparkly." And then it says, "The Twilight Saga this October." I think we manifested. I think we manifested Twilight something by doing Twilight co-working. Like, what do you mean that happens on the same day? What are the odds? Like, literally, what are the odds? So I was reading the comments quickly, and someone says, "My guess is that they're going to be showing Twilight in theaters again for like Halloween season." That actually sounds like a very reasonable guess. They've been doing that more and more where they're doing re-showings of movies that were like very popular years ago. And that would actually make sense. People are saying, "What the hell does this mean, Loca?" People are saying new book or new movie, animated series. What is it, Twilight? Please. But a lot of people are saying probably it's gonna be in cinemas again. I would be down for that. I would legit go again. Like I'd be going to see all of them in cinemas again. You saw all the midnight releases? Oh, I'm a little bit jelly. Like that's the best. Right, Ruby? Like, but this is the timing of this is actually I'm like, how is it the music tour? Wait, there's gonna be a music tour for Twilight? 'Cause I need to go. I do have a Discord, yes. If you do exclamation point Discord in chat, or probably one of my mods can also do it, you'll get an invite link. You guys are super welcome to join. We have like a bunch of gaming channels where we can talk about like different games that people are playing. We have just a general chat. We have like topic chats for crafters, for people that enjoy like technology, stuff like that. So there's a bunch of fun things. We have a community server, like a Minecraft server if you enjoy playing Minecraft. So yeah, a bunch of options. You're super welcome. I saw something about Twilight showing the live Stop, that's my dream. I love going to in-concert movies. I'm actually gonna go to, Stardew Valley next year. I bought tickets one and like, at this point, 1 whole year ago, I think. Oh, sorry, you can't place messages, or you can't place messages in chat. Sure, Ro. You can't place links, but I can still see it. Thank you for sharing the link. I'm gonna open that so, like, I won't forget it. Oh my god, this is dangerous knowledge. Twilight in concert. Oh, I wanna go. Oh, shit. Do you think they're coming to the EU? So far, it seems to be only US. Okay, well, I guess not then. Fine. I'll just watch it from afar and cry about it. No, wait, there's Glasgow, Manchester. Okay, wait. Okay, so I would have to go to the UK. But they're gonna be in Brighton. Okay, I'm gonna have to see if I can convince some of my Brighton friends. Oh my god, I might have to message some of my Brighton friends and be like, "Hi, do you mind if I come over?" There's one in London. That's probably gonna sell out really fast, don't you think? Like, I also see Sheffield, Oxford, Liverpool. Like, I feel like, I don't know, probably the London one is just gonna sell out really fast. I'd love to go, though. I mean, I do have a thing where somehow something always manifests in my life that makes me take a yearly London trip, even though I never actually planned for it. It just always happens. If it happens to coincide with the Movember Awards, I actually could. Okay, so we have a bin. I feel like this part of the room, like this wall still needs something. Let's go to decorations, wall decor. I think originally I also had like a coat hanger or something there. We could use the one from the new kit maybe. Oh, two in London. They already are like, okay, this is gonna sell out fast. We need an extra one. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Maybe we could go for like having this next to it, but or maybe even like above. That could be cute. Hold on. So I feel like those posters also kind of like fit your style. Thank you for the follows. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Oh, sorry, you're all good. The Automod was like, yeah, no. I'm missing the conversation, but I see Pretty Little Liars and Gossip Girl, and I'm triggered in a good way. I know you already have a mirror here, but that's your only mirror in this whole room. So maybe this can sort of be your hallway mirror. And I think I also had something on the door. Maybe just a bathrobe or something. Um, but I think Pretty Little Liars is one of those ones that I really need to rewatch because it's been too long. Hello? Oh, it's because I have a filter on. I think weird as, yeah, probably. Um, there we go. Okay, Esther, I need your honest opinion. Is there something that you feel like is missing right now? Because I think I got most of the things, or maybe all, but I don't know. You love it? Is it cluttered enough? Because I feel like we have the clutter chair. The one thing that I feel like is not represented here is the shop is like your hobby for shopping. Maybe I can get like some shopping bags. Like you just came back from shopping. Hold on. Where is my CC? Because I think I actually have some CC. Yes, and also clean. Okay, perfect. Because I think the lavish set that I have has like some shopping bags, and also we have some like we have this. I don't know if you shop at Chanel, but the Sims version of it. I just rotated your entire room. I didn't mean to do that. And now the one bag that I had is just completely gone. Okay. Okay, I guess so. It's like you just came back from like a big shopping trip. She lives in a mansion, true. Oh shit, good shout because I restarted my game. Lena, you're a hero. Um, hold on. We are recording. Oh no, Mike, that sucks. Anyone watch Heartland? It's still on my to watch list. Is it good? Would you recommend it? I feel like it always gets recommended to me when I've just like watched Outlander. I don't know if like probably Netflix is just kind of like, oh, it's a similar vibe. But also, hi, Kat. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I think it's like a similar vibe. Um, I'm trying to figure out why I'm only seeing these two when I look for sneakers. Even though I'm pretty sure we have like half unboxed sneakers in is it the clutter kit? Maybe they're just not called sneakers. Imagine in this economy, I know. I take good care of my mods, you know. Want to make sure they're happy. We would need the clutter, everyday clutter. Um, these ones. Yeah, then it looks like you just went shopping for these two. I like that. It can be cringy, but it's good. Okay, I don't mind it if sometimes it's cringy. Like, if it's all the time, then sometimes I'm like, yeah, okay, I can't put up with this, but it's a little bit cringy. I mean, I watched through most of the seasons from Glee. I feel like that says something about my cringe tolerance. Thank you for the hydrate. I appreciate it. Okay. So I think this wraps up Esther's room. I'm going to save, and then we're going to spin the wheel for who of my mods is next. And we only have 2 rooms left. And at this point, it has sort of become a meme. Oh no, wait. Oh no, you share a bathroom. So we will do the bathroom later if we're going to work on I think that's Charlotte's room. Because this room hasn't been done either. Like I know technically it looks like none of the rooms have been done, but this is Charlotte's room and then we have a Boo's room over here. This is your room. And I think yeah, you have your own bathroom. But at this point it's sort of a meme that every single time we spin the wheel, it stops right before my mod Abu's turn is up. So far it looks like he's going to go last. And I'm curious to see like if this happens again. Also, wow, ooh, yikes, why is it in light mode? Normally I don't mind light mode, but this website is actually terrible to look at in light mode. Where do I change it? Can I go to preferences? Please go to dark, thank you. Um okay, so we have Charlotte and Abu. I just needed to write your names on the wheel again because it didn't save. There's 2 people. Like 5 times. No, literally. Like every single time. It wasn't just a couple of times. Every single time we would spin the wheel, it would land on the one before Abu. So I'm at this point, just for shits and giggles, I kind of hope that it happens again. But also, I don't, you know? Like I'd feel bad for you, but I would also think it would be kind of funny. Especially if it ends like right no, I think it's going to land on you. Your curse is broken. Your curse is broken, so I don't have to buy you coffee. Yes! You did it! You did it! I'm so happy for you. Like, the thing is, I'm gonna do everyone's room anyways, but I understand wanting to see your room. Okay, but then we're gonna do the bathroom, like the last bathroom when we do, Charlotte's room, so that I can make it a bathroom for you both of you guys. But this is Abu's room. I'm just realizing, Abu, you don't have any windows. Technically, that is Chris's balcony. Would you like a window? Hey, bestie, do you want to come live in a mansion? You won't have any windows though. It will be like a bunker. To be honest, maybe there was a window there once, but none of the bedrooms right now have windows. Because like I added all the windows for Esther's room later because the shell that I had didn't have windows. So I think actually there were windows here. But just because it's funny, let's pretend that you were not supposed to have any windows. And I'm very generous and I'm giving you windows. um The mansion broke, and now Abu's curse is Micah, you bring up a very good point. You bring up a very good point. Because, Abu, I think you have some explaining to do. Okay, I'm also just changing out, like, the doors and stuff, because these were all the placeholder doors. And I want to make sure that you have the actual ones that we ended up, like, putting everywhere. Oh, that doesn't work with the door to the bathroom. We need a smaller door. Because I love this door, but it's like, it's huge. Um, so I'm gonna need to find a door that fits, like, next to it. But has this, like, a similar I feel like it, mostly needs to make sure that the wood tones sorta match, or we should just go for, like, a black door, then it kinda matches. I like that. Um, Next time you should have a are you magic? Do you have the power to break a curse? Okay, so I do feel like I have a pretty solid advantage on doing a booze room because I've actually seen his house. So, like, I've visited, which helps a lot in determining someone's like taste and space, and like interests and stuff. I am just gonna scroll up because I do want to share the answers that Abu gave to all of these questions so that you guys can also get to know Abu. To no one's surprise, Abu's favorite color is green. I think for anyone who's ever seen Abu's stream, or his username, or his profile picture, or his entire branding, I think it's very clear. And I can confirm that the green theme continues in his house. um, his hobbies are painting and storytelling slash adventure design, which is something that I also think I would like to try and incorporate. Is I know that you illustrate and draw a lot, but you've specifically been working on like your tarot deck, and I want to see if I can find something in the game to represent that. I think so. Um, then it says you have like a little appendix to it, like saying currently planty, cozy, and modern, but the dream is dark academia. Oh, wait, that's just the next answer. I was like, why does it is a little appendix to the next one? That is your okay, so your interior aesthetic is dark academia. Now the important question is, do you want your room to be your dream room, aka dark academia vibes, or do you want me to go for something that is accurate for your current house? Then the next question is, are you more a minimalist or a maximalist? A maximalist, I can confirm that as well. Um, you don't have a lot of clothes. You have a little bit of clutter-ish. You have a lot of trinkets, but in set spots. So it's not like it's all over the place. And I can also confirm that. You do have a lot of decoration in your house, but it doesn't feel like overly cluttered because everything has its designated spot. You're a neat person, like rather than messy. By day, you're a scrum master, and by night, you're an artist and a streamer. Don't forget that. We need to give you a good streaming setup. Your favorite food is spinach, which is hilarious because it's green. I'm just realizing how funny this is actually. Um, your favorite places that you've traveled to is anywhere with a sea or an ocean view because you love open horizons. Um, you like art, specifically fantasy and surrealism, or old Dutch masters. Your favorite painting is Van Gogh. Um, and anything else or like any guidance or tips that you wanted to give me were that your art and your storytelling is a hobby, but also a passion and a potential future job. Your true hobby is gaming, Xbox for life. So even though you stream from your PC and you like do most of your art at your desk, I do know you have a very comfortable console setup as well. So, even though you don't have like a huge bedroom, I think in this bedroom we're going to have to work creatively with the space to represent as much as we can of all of that. Um but yeah, they're the I was thinking the tarot games from Life and Death and the tarot prints. That's exactly what I wanted to use. Yes, of course, Megan. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you have a great rest of your time zone. Um but did you da 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 mm-mm. Do you like, I can't find the answer, but that's also because I'm probably blind. Do you want to have your dark academia dream room or do you want to stay close to what you actually have in your house? Important question. Because then I feel like that definitely gives direction because it's I'm not saying your house right now has like nothing dark academia in it, but it's definitely a different direction interior wise. It's definitely more modern. Oh, accurate for your current space, but mix in some light academia. Hold on. I need to look up what that is because for dark academia, I have a very specific visual, but I need to like look up what light academia interior design looks like. Oh, I can see that mixing in with what you currently have. Okay. So it's literally just like the same style, but just lighter colors. Um, I mean, the name suggests it, but I wanted to make sure that I understood this correctly. I can mix this with what you currently have. I think. I feel the need, wait, I like the feel of an academic space with color. That is fair. That is fair. So there is, in the game, there is actually a wall pattern that always reminds me of your house. The thing is, I don't know if it comes in like the right swatches. I feel like this is your house. Obviously, it's not exactly the same, but this is about, like, not on all the walls, but like I think we need a feature wall in this color, and then the rest needs to be like a green that's more like solid. But I think this needs to happen because every single time I see this wallpaper in my game now, I think of your house. Um, yeah, yeah, you have them, and I know. I just posted them on the whole room because it was easy. So I'm gonna use them as an accent wall. Not in the whole room. You used to have them in your whole room though. I remember you showed me pictures. Um, I think we can use some of the new kit stuff. Yeah, I think that would be good. I think there's definitely some things that would fit. I need to find a color green. I think you have a relatively dark green in your house, but was always an accent. I thought you have. Did you switch it around? Did you switch around on which wall it was? Why do I have an active memory of like that is kind of your type of green? No? Why do I think this then? I don't know. Actually, maybe it might be nicer to have this over here. And then have the wall by the window. Like this. These walls took 3 days no switching. That is completely fair. That is very, very valid. Um, okay, we need to give you good curtains because if you're gonna be working here a lot, we need to make sure that you can see your screen at all times of day. I know technically in real life your setup would be like right here, and then you actually do have a window over here, which we talked about a lot. I'm gonna see if I can give you a corner desk. I don't even know if I have corner desks in my game. Do we have corner desks in The Sims? I don't think we do. But like even in my CC, I don't have corner desks. I don't think I've ever realized that that is the case. Like, I've been playing The Sims for so many years and I've never realized that there's no corner desk. Why? I mean, we can create a corner desk. It's just not going to be like exactly like your actual corner desk because I know that in real life, this corner is shorter, like way shorter. Also, hi, Sodastrom. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I guess we could go like this, though. Like, that works well enough for a corner desk, I think. Um, so technically in game, this would be a drawing tablet, but that just feels super small for your actual setup. Oh, that's also gonna be fun. Your computer is sort of on a diagonal. Good luck to me for recreating that, I guess. Um, I might have to use like a non-computer screen and then actually have your computer screen over here. But I'll give you like the bigger drawing tablet. Um, do you want a current picture of your setup? Yes. Also, Triz, I hope you're doing amazing. It's really good to see you. I also want to see if I can find. I know that we have a chair that is like similar enough to what you have. Because you have a Secret Lab gaming chair. Um, so you technically have the same chair as I do, but just the bigger variant. I was thinking, like, I would put the computer here, but then I realized that all computers would have a keyboard and mouse attached to it. I guess maybe that could work. But I was thinking I might want to free place the keyboard and the mouse. I think your keyboard and mouse are technically, like, a bit more, like, over here. So then I can just use a normal screen, and then we can put the PC here, but then you would have an extra screen here. Also, hi, Taco. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Hold on. Um, um, not new. No, I do know you're not new. You have literally been here as one of the longest viewers. So I will there it will take a lot to make me forget that. Oh, wait, I'm getting pictures. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, so but I do know sometimes you use your drawing tablet also as a monitor. So I might just take inspiration. Hold on. I need my Elgato CC. Um Also Joe, hi, it is good to see you. Hello, hello. And Dean, welcome in as well. We need your microphone, even though I don't have like a mic arm. And you have a ring light. And then you technically have a camera up here, but I don't think it would be really nice if actually the camera would snap to this. Wish I could be here more often. That is so sweet. I appreciate that. I hope you've been well. Stop. A camera actually does snap to it. This is actually perfection. I do have the streamer version of the desk as well with the mic attached, but then the microphone would be in the wrong place. So I guess we're just going to go for this. Um Also, I hate the clipping of these desks. So I'm like, I might try to size this down like ever so slightly. Okay, it needs to be a little bit more. Did I just elevate it by accident? It still clips. Oh, so annoying. See, but then it becomes visual that I sized it down, and that's the part that I don't like. You just have a flotation device. Oh my god, I said that. Please tell me there's someone who gets this. I'm elevating again. Um, Everything is expensive. Yeah. Especially in certain places in the world where like things need to be transported and stuff, it can get ridiculously expensive. Flotation device. I love that video so much. Like that lives rent free in my brain. Um I think you did tell me. Yes, you did tell me, Taco. How's that been going? Is it still cooking? Um Also, Abu, I gave you a rainbow keyboard, which I think you will like. But the problem is like all the other screens that we have literally have another mouse and keyboard next to it. Um we'll let you know for sure. I hope everything's been going all right, but I can imagine that asks quite a lot of preparation and stuff. Okay, so I size this up, but like what if I size it up? Okay, it was already 2. So what if I go for 2.5 and then I rotate it and we go, okay, this is where who made the gamer CC? This was made by Rafa Sheen in collaboration with Elgato. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. This is where like my embarrassing understanding of rotation comes in. Mm. It would help if I first changed the axes, but I can't see. Like the circle is not here. Okay, that's not the right one. Okay, that's kind of what I wanted to do. Um, maybe like 10 more. And then we need to elevate it a little bit. It's actually almost perfect. Look, I have your drawing tablet on a diagonal. Right that no, no. Of course. There you go. Ravasheen. Actually very she made like a lot of CC for the game. Um she also has a bunch of really cool functional CC items. I'm seeing okay, so you do have a mouse pad, but in the game I don't think we really have mouse pads. I might have some CC though. Although I don't know if that will allow me to snap on the diagonal. And I don't know if it comes in the right colors. I mean, it comes in green. I might as well go for it. I might as well go for it. Um, okay, so the thing is, obviously, because we're working with a different space, I won't, you also have a wooden desk, I just realized. I won't be able to exactly replicate it, but I feel like this is pretty good for, um, having this, like, in the as your setup. Let's go, Micah. Let's go. I actually finished Throne the Glass recently and I'm still recovering. And now I'm trying to read like a contemporary literature book and I'm struggling because I miss my characters from Throne the Glass. But I did. Yeah, yeah. I finished it literally today. I finished it today. I know I have things with foxes on it, but apparently they're not labeled with like the name fox in game. So I'm going to have to search for them. That's going to be painful. There's one thing that I know that I want to use. I want to put it on your desk because you might not have it IRL, but you should. I'm just going to have to find it. It's actually a kid's plushie. Um and it is from CC, so I can turn maxes off for like a second. That makes the list and then we can hide. Um, there we go. Now I can only see the CC. Now the challenge is actually finding it. Watch it not be like organized in the right category, which is just going to make it ever so much harder to find, but it's going to be worth it. I know it. And I just don't remember. I think it's from Perry Sim or Sixim. I have a little bit of Pokemon CC. Yeah, not a lot, but I stumbled upon it at one point and I was like, "You know what? I'll just download it and add it to my game. Why not?" Um I don't know if it's from Pierre Sim, but it might be. So I'm going to just search for this. And then once you'll see it, you guys will realize why this is perfect. I'm pretty sure I didn't take it out of my game because I love this CC pack. Um I have so much CC from Pierre Sim. Oh my goodness. I'm just realizing this now. I'm scrolling through this list. I'm like, damn, this is all from one creator. Is it not Pierre Sim though? Might be Charlie Pancakes. At this point, I feel like most of my building experience in The Sims is looking for items. And I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that. I feel like it has been for a while, but I also feel like it's gotten increasingly more intense. Like recently. I'm so curious. Yeah, but at this point I'm like, where is it? I don't think it's from Sixum. I might have to Google to see who it's from. I used it in my not so berry challenge for my I think I even have it in the kids' room for the orange gen. That could be an option. I could search for orange things in the game. Like we have quite a lot, but that might actually help me find it. And then I'm gonna have to remember what it's called. Um, I'm pretty sure it's in decoration, but I'm scared. What if it's actually like I think it's in clutter or it's in sculptures. I know it's gonna be worth it. I know that once we have the item, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, this is perfect. I'm happy you went looking for this." But while we're looking, it's just gonna be a pain. Um, the thing is, it could also be like one of those situations where it's actually like a different swatch is the default swatch, so I'm not recognizing it in the catalog. That's why I think filtering on orange is actually helpful because then we're only seeing all the orange swatches of items. You should start a list for all the items you're going to say. That would basically be my entire CC catalog. That's the problem because I love all the items so much. Could be a hidden swatch. Oh, really? Nice. Same thought. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna see who I'm gonna check who it's by. Um, mm, okay, obviously if you Google this. Oh, I found it. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for, but who is this? It's from Oak House. See, all I needed was just the name of the CC set. 'Cause then I can actually search for the CC set. And I have this collection in my game, so I am in fact sure that this item should be in here. The There we go. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Which CC creator? Ooh, I think Perry Sim is by far because this is yeah, it is Perry Sim. One of my favorite CC creators of all times. Actually makes phenomenal CC. See, I told you it would be worth it. I told you it would be worth the search. Okay, but it's called Mr. Foul Plush. That's why if you look for it, you can't find it. But it comes in different swatches as well. But it's so cute, and I feel like I was realizing that because this desk is a bit bigger in the game than IRL, you don't really have anything in this corner on your desk, but I feel like this would just perfect. So, yeah. I think it was worth the search. I think we nailed it. Um, Now I just need to look for the tarot cards because that would be the next step is, like, adding that as decoration. Um, because like I said, Abu is actually designing a tarot deck. I might make these a bit smaller. I don't know if I would hang them above your desk in all honesty. I might actually hang like 2 prints over here or something. And then I'll just look through the swatches of this and find things that sort of match your vibe. Is there a fox lamp in the game too? I think there might be a CC one. Okay, I kind of feel like that one fits your vibe. Obviously, illustration style is completely different, but my god, the Father Winter. I don't think I've ever looked at these illustrations probably like fully. But these are so good. The one with Bonehilda is actually hilarious. Oh, that is yeah, that fits your vibe. That one fits your vibe. I can't pinpoint why, but I feel like that fits your illustration vibe. check your phone before you move too much. Stop. You do actually have a fox plushie on your desk. It's just a tiny one. That's actually adorable. I love that. Um, Inputs for kits and packs. Yeah. I think the challenge there is that obviously they would have to be fairly paid. That's your vibe too. I think I just got like both of them are also well, especially this one. Obviously, it's a mermaid, but kind of like the water creature vibes or something. I don't know. Because that's another part of you that you don't have anywhere in your description, but it needs to be somewhere in your house is your marine biology nerd side. That will go like, "Oh, you thought you saw a shark in Aruba? Let me get my book so I can show you all the pictures of the fish that actually swim there." Which is hilarious because that's the one that you're working on. See? We are connected. Okay, the thing is if I fully actually make your actual streaming setup, I don't think I'll have space for all your other interests. So we're gonna have to be a little bit selective here because you also need a bed. Contrary to popular belief, you need to sleep. So maybe I should start with like actually making this a functional bedroom. And I think your bed was really simple. I remember, okay, this is going to be such a stupid thing, but I remember that you showed me around your house and like your house is very eclectic in my opinion. Like you have lots of colors, you have lots of knickknacks, like lots of decoration, lots of art. Everything has like a very specific style. And then you have your bed and your bed is just a bed. There's like not a lot going on. Like no fancy bed sheets, not like 5 million throw pillows, not like a very fancy frame. It's just like a functional bed. One of my dreams is to have an aquarium. Okay, you'll be getting an aquarium in this room. I don't know how I'm gonna fit it in there, but you will be getting gray and simple. Yeah, but I remember like actively thinking this, being like, haha, that's so funny. Because the rest of your room is, or like house, not just room, like the rest of your house is so just you, and your bed is just functional. It's like, this is where I sleep. That's it. It's just like the contrast with the rest of your house was big. And I remember actively thinking that, but not saying it out loud. And now I'm like, okay, this is the right time to say this out loud because now it is actually, relevant. Um mm, Cries in single. I mean, you don't have to have a relationship to have a cozy bed. I feel like I almost went from a cozy bed to like a more functional bed ever since I've been in a relationship because I don't know, when I was living by myself, I would have like pillows on my bed and stuff like that, but it's just not really very functional. So you have to get all the pillows off at night, which I was fine doing, but I understand that like not everyone's fine doing that. So um now I don't have like a lot of throw pillows anymore. So I kind of did the opposite. Um Having for blanket wait, in Indira? Is that how you say it? I'm trying to read that and for some reason my brain is not clicking. Um For Indira blankets on your, duvet. No, but the thing is, I that's one of the things I wish I had is, like, a really cozy bed, but just the thought of having to make it every morning like, I try to make my bed every morning, but I just have a duvet and 2 pillows, and I already find it a lot of hassle. Um, like, it's already a lot of work. Okay, so listen. You want an aquarium. So now I'm sort of committed to giving you one, but the biggest challenge here is gonna be space, because in this room, like, these things take up a lot of space, but I have a vision, because in your actual house, you have a cabinet here. But what if I just give you an aquarium that sort of walls off your setup exactly like it does IRL? But then we use that to build your console setup. against it. A double duvet. Yes. No, but that's valid. Double duvets mean that you can like wrap up and get all cozy and it's perfect. Um okay, and then you do have like cozy sofas. I feel like in my brain your sofas, wait, you send me a picture of your living room too. The bed could maybe integrate the light academia. I still need to figure out how to integrate the light academia. The thing is, Abu, you have so many sides to you. You're such a diverse person. How dare you be such a diverse person? Because now I need to figure out how to work all of that into your room. But I would never have my bed in the view of my camera. No, I know, but like the thing is, I don't know where else to place it space-wise. I mean, I guess I could place it here. Um, but I don't know if I'll be able to build like the rest of your room around it. Like that space was just very convenient. But I guess if it's not you, then I wouldn't do it because this space is supposed to represent you. Um, then I could still put the aquarium here, and then maybe we can have your wardrobe here. Like a lower wardrobe could work, maybe. Um, mm-mm-mm. This is where I put my bed. Okay, perfect, perfect. We figured that out. Let's go. Um, mm-mm-mm. I think you have a fairly simple wardrobe. I don't know if you have any hanging clothes. Would you hang your clothes? Like if you had like a little, I don't know, something like this. Um, why does it look like that is not on the ceiling? Because it isn't. So we're working with tall wall height, bro. Like if I gave you like a little clothing rack like this and we hang some clothing on it. Um, you have hanging clothes, okay. It's more like would you have them like exposed? Because some people have hanging clothes, but they only want them like behind closed doors. But I always really like the look of this. I always think this looks pretty good. Um, okay, so something that we can then maybe integrate here. Because we definitely need your console setup, considering how much you love um gaming. But I guess maybe that is something. Uh, I know you actually have a white cabinet underneath your TV, but it's open. Mm. In the past, you did okay. Maybe something like that. And then I was also thinking because the light academia is like really missing from here. I don't know if I can make this work. Um, but I'm trying to sort of integrate it into that mini like living room setup. Maybe start with the TV. That's a rather large TV for how small that cabinet is. That one was definitely. I mean, you do play a lot of games, so maybe I should just commit to it and give you a big TV. Out of sight, out of mind, people. True. But at the same time, I also feel like people that have busy brains tend to want to put away their clutter because it's overwhelming. You would love those bookcases? Okay, perfect. I feel like I could even go like this and sort of have it continue and have the sofa be like a little bit in front of it. Although then probably you would not have the one with the drawers next to the sofa. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but that does create a cozy corner. And then we can add like a bunch of books and like trinkets and stuff. And that would also make for a very neat streaming background. That's literally your TV? Yes, it is. That was unintentional, but I like it. I like it, Picasso. Okay, so for a console, the problem is that that's a PlayStation. That looks like the most like an Xbox, but it doesn't really fit in this cabinet. I could add it over here, to be honest. Like, I guess that can work. Oh, yeah, yeah. You get the link is still the playlist for the for the Twilight stream. Yeah. Okay. Something that we also need. We need more pride. Fishy marine trinkets. That's actually a really cute idea. Yes. Um, we need more pride because currently there's not enough pride in this room. And I know that we also have the shelves that came with like the new update that I think are really cute. A fish on the wall. You know, like the typical fish that your Sims can catch. Just display them. Abu, I remember us talking about this in like a specific context. I'm not going to give away the context because you might probably want to use it. But if you want to share again, how many fish that you kill? I remember being like absolutely horrendously surprised by this amount. Um, oh, you know what could be kind of cool? Hold on. I know it's different from what we have right now, but I feel like this could potentially sort of integrate that lighter academia even more. I want to see if I can make it look like it's that clashes a little bit too much to look built in, unfortunately. I hope that that would connect better. And that would clip with the wall. That's crazy. 52 and 68,000. Do you think with cabinet you could fake ceiling bookcases? Probably. Yeah, I guess so. But I was thinking of adding decoration at the top. Um, because I always feel like things in The Sims that touch, like that go all the way to the ceiling look a little bit weird. Or shameless. That is true. Okay, hold on. Let's go and search for base game in this list and let's turn off my CC for a bit because otherwise there's no way. That's the one I was looking for. Um, and then let's see, is this the best swatch for it? I think all the other ones are obviously like a bit more specific pride coded, so I might just go for the general one. I do have a pride and joy planned. I'm I'm probably supposed to know if that's a specific thing. Oof, that is early, Micah. I hope you can get some good sleeps. Mm, okay, I don't need base game specific anymore. Um, 340. That's not tomorrow. That's like in a couple of hours, Liv. Also, Emola, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Oh, that's frustrating. I know that we have shells in the game, but I guess you can't search for them. This is another frustration that I have with The Sims is that items have such weird names. And that is like all fun and games until you need to look for them. Like, why? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. What time is it for y'all? It is currently 9:30 p.m. for me. Oh yeah, yeah. You have to get the train to Berlin. That is wildly early. Oh, you mean like that? You're like hanging plant. I love this. This is cute. Yeah, that's definitely that's kind of the vibe I wanted to go for over here. 3:30. Yeah, I think most of you guys, or not most of you guys, but a lot of you guys are probably on US time zone. I think a lot of people that came with Kayla earlier, but also I know that generally speaking, I have a pretty big audience in the US. But for me it's already late. I already have my dinner. I always do gaming streams after I have dinner. I do stream during my daytime as well, then I do co-working streams mostly. Um but I always do the gaming streams in the evening, specifically so that people on US time zone can like hang out in the evening for me because then for them it's like daytime. And then during co-working streams, it's always kind of perfect for like specifically, I think East Coast, because my co-working streams sort of overlap with a lot of people's mornings. And I know that I have a lot of content creator friends who hang out in my co-working streams because they stream in the afternoon for them. So they stream around like 3 p.m., 4 p.m. And then in the morning they want to get some work done. And then I'm live doing a co-working stream. And like I exactly fit that slot. Like I'm already live when they wake up on time. Um Oof, wait, that's so late. 12:30 already. Okay, Abu, I'm trying to figure out. I don't think. Do you have a rug next to your sofa? And do you want a rug? And if so, why can I? I was just about to say, I don't think you have a rug. I, for the life of me, cannot figure out what type of a rug person you are. Like, with some people, I have a very strong feeling about what type of rug they would have. You're not a rug person. Rugs are very expensive IRL. That is very true. Um, if I can recommend you a place to buy rugs, they're still expensive. Like they won't get cheap, but it's at least like a place that's relatively affordable and they have a huge collection and their delivery's pretty fast as well is Rug Fista. I've bought like 2 of my rugs for my living room there and I really really like it. Um and I would say that, generally speaking, they are not as expensive as some other places. You have a nesting table, so that would make a rug, more difficult to slide. That is true. If you move your coffee tables a lot, I guess that makes sense. Rug Vista, it's written like this. You have rugs in the bathroom. I don't wanna talk to you anymore. No, bathroom is fine. Uh, okay, please tell me I don't think I remember this. I remember you had an automatic light, but please tell me you're not one of those people with a toilet rug. Please. Not the toilet. Okay, good. Just a bathroom. Then it's okay. Then we don't have beef. Don't worry. I'm still your friend. Okay, I love all of these. Like they're all cute, but I want one that is like really long. And I know I have it in CC, but the problem is finding it. I think this one might actually no, that comes in different. I do think it's from this creator though. Um you do not have a fuzzy toilet seat cover because if you did, I would remember that I would have come out of your toilet disgusted. Because there is not many things that I disgust more than a fuzzy toilet seat. Like a toilet rug, I'm already not a huge fan of. I already think it's not like a great idea hygiene-wise, but I can give points for like maybe it makes it less slippery or, maybe you have a household where everyone sits down and they always close the lid when they flush the toilet. Like maybe you have workarounds, but there is no way that a fuzzy toilet seat is ever okay. I don't know who ever designed that and looked at like someone think about this. Someone woke up one day and thought, "Hmm, fuzzy toilet seat." And thought that was a good idea. I know, Lena. It was like a trend. I think I don't know, like maybe late was it like late 90s, early 2000s? 'Cause I remember as a kid this was a thing. Like I was pretty young. I haven't seen a fuzzy toilet seat in a long time. Thank God. Um Okay, Ro, come on. Focus because you need to find that stupid plant. Is it this one that has the I was gonna say I used it downstairs, but the downstairs no longer exists in this house. This is the one. Heh heh. Heh heh. Oh my god. I just turned so Dutch. 1970s and 1990s trend of matching bathroom textiles. with Matt Di Roberto being the key figure for. See, that person had issues, I think. Um, I know, Ellie. I know. You joined that perfect timing, but literally though, fuzzy toilet seat, like ew. Okay, I guess that's the best option that I'm gonna find. I don't think I thought I had one. Oh wait, I is that the same? Yeah, that's literally the same plant row. I thought I had another one that was way longer. It's this one, but it's not the right plant. This is the plant that I have everywhere in my room. I might just give you another one. I feel like if you can keep one of them alive, you can keep one more alive, right? And I think it actually looks cozy. Um, Early 80s. Yeah. I feel like I remember maybe like some friends that still had something like it. Um, when I was younger. Like I would visit my friends' houses and they would have fuzzy toilet seats. I have one very specific friend in mind actually. I don't know. Like, is that a weird thing? That, like, someone tells me fuzzy toilet seat, and there's, like, one very specific person from my childhood that comes to mind? Like, why specifically that? Like, it's I don't know. The thing is we're no longer friends, so it's fine, I guess. Also, I feel like you have a blankie, right? I'm just trying to find a blankie that's, like, right for your sofa. Mm. I have so many blankets that are, like, specifically designed to go on something. You do? Perfect. You seem like a blankie kind of person. Like, cozy and everything. Um, Everyone has a fuzzy toilet seat friend. Why is that actually kind of hilarious to think? No longer friends? Was it the fuzzy toilet seat? Yes, absolutely. It was the fuzzy toilet seat that broke our friendship. I saw that when I was, like, 5 years old. I walked into her house, and I saw that, and I was like, "I'm out of here. Ew." Then I walked out, called my parents to come pick me up. Um, no, it's like one of those childhood friends that somehow throughout the course of life, you just grow apart. Um, for a while, I sort of kept up with what she was doing through social media. Um, but then I think she sort of stopped posting on social media. And yeah, I don't know. I never really took an effort to find her or like contact her in other ways. But the fuzzy toilet seat fallout. Yeah. It was a fallout of the century, actually. There was no recovering from it. Okay, I think not too long from now, we're gonna have to go and find like some of the decorations that I can put that signify your marine. Why do I keep saying wanting to say marine biology? Marine biology. Because right now that's underrepresented in your bookcase, and that's not okay. We have to fix that. Save reminder. Oh my god, hero. I needed that save reminder. I hadn't saved in such a long time. Coffee, also important. How much space do you think I have in this room, Abu? Sorry. I'm just fucking with you. Myrene biology is a nice name, right? That's what I'm thinking. Okay, you were just reading a book. I feel like you also need a nightlight, but at this point I'm running out of space. So I might give you a wall nightlight. I cannot tell you how much I love this room already. Yes. I'm so happy. Oh, absolutely yes. Okay, maybe I make the clock smaller again. Just so that we can have space for this lamp on here. Or actually, maybe I don't even have to make it smaller. I think if I just You what? I'm sorry. You what? You read cookbooks before going to bed? That is potentially the most random fact I ever learned about you, and I love this. Like, how old were you? Because for some reason, like, I'm kind of hoping this was when you were, like, actually, like, young. I don't think it was, but, like, just the thought of, like, Lil Boo being like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to sleep. Let's read myself a bedtime story. Spaghetti." 23 plus? Okay, I'm disappointed. I was hoping this was like no, it's still hilarious. Little Abu voice, it kinda just came out. I don't know where that came from, but it just happened to be there. What's your voice? Stop, no. That is actually so funny. Okay, but we've given you the perfect, nightlight. I feel like maybe we need some folded clothes. You read nature books before bed as a kid or fairy tales? That's fair. Fairy tales are, I think, like, they're good before bed readings material. Okay, you definitely have slippers. I don't know if you actually do, but I feel like you're a slipper kind of person. Um, a cookbook where you don't actually cook them is technically a fantasy novel. Yes, but why does that make sense? That is not supposed to make that much sense. Esposito, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Apparently, when I was a baby, I sang myself to sleep. That's actually adorable. My sister, and I used to share a room when we were like younger. Not like when we were super young, but like when we were a bit older. And she would always comfort herself by like talking to herself by going to sleep. But I couldn't sleep because she was talking, and we would always get into fights over this every single day because I couldn't sleep because she was talking to herself. But like at the same time, it made so much sense because it's actually really comforting to talk to yourself. So like I understand why she did it, but then she was trying to like be quiet, so she would whisper, which was even more annoying because then I couldn't actually hear what she was saying. So I could hear that she was making noise. I could hear that she was talking, but I couldn't hear what she was saying. Like looking back, I'm like, I understand it. It makes a lot of sense because it is comforting to talk to yourself. Like it's cozy. I talk to myself all the time. Not when I go to sleep, but like I can see how it works. But singing yourself to sleep is also really cute. Oh my god, speaking of, okay, I kind of have to show you guys something. Hold on. Yesterday, my dad apparently was like cleaning up stuff on the computer or something, and he like sent over a bunch of pictures. Um I just quickly have to oh, what are the dates on these pictures? Because obviously, how am I ever gonna find those? Recently saved. Do they have the original dates on it? Is that why it's like saved? Yeah, January 2008. That explains why it would end all the way down here because I think those would be my oldest photos. But I want to show them to you. Oh, wait, I guess I could do that. Hold on. Because there's one photo. I laughed so hard at this photo. Like, I didn't even know this photo existed. I don't think I've ever seen this photo before. Um, can I open this in a new tab? Yes, perfect. So this is a picture of me as a kid in my parental home. I do not know what the context of this picture was, but it's such a vibe. Like the outfit, the boots, the beer bottles, the cap. I had never seen this picture of myself before until yesterday. The funniest part is my parents rarely drink alcohol. Like, I have maybe 1 or 2 memories from when I was younger that my parents had maybe, like, a glass of wine. So, I have no idea why I'm holding beer bottles. Like, my parents never had beer, so this probably was for some sort of a birthday party that they bought it for, but, like, this whole picture, this just does not sum up my childhood at all, and I feel like therefore it's even funnier. My parents didn't drink alcohol, but I did. You're right. You're right. But, like, this picture is I saw it yesterday, I literally cried laughing. What's on your head? A cap with, like, the thingy flipped up? Don't ask why, I thought that was cool, I guess. Um, and then also there were 2 pictures where I was like, I'm always surprised when you're blonde, I know. I'm always surprised when I'm blonde. There's 2 more pictures that made me laugh because I was like, "Oh my god, this is so me coded." There's one picture of me as a kid, by the way. As a kid, I had short hair, and people would always think that I was a boy. Um, I'm folding laundry. I would literally ask my parents if they could put up, like, the ironing board so I could fold laundry. I'm maybe, like, 3 here, maybe 4. I think this is before I went to school. Like, I wanted to fold laundry, and not just that, apparently I also wanted to vacuum. Like, I think as a kid, I already enjoyed it when my space was, like, nice and clean and tidy, but I didn't realize that this was so me code like, I know it's me coded from, like, the me today, but I didn't realize it was so me coded that this was already baked in as a 3-year-old kid. Like, I had absolutely no clue. Um, and then there's also, I don't have all the pictures on my PC, but there's, like, 1 picture or there's actually 2 pictures of me and my sister had the like, so this is the sister that designs my emotes, okay? She as a kid, like, she still kinda does, but as a kid, she had the cheekiest face. But this is us showing off our plushies in, like, my bedroom. This was my childhood bedroom. But, like, here she's cute, right? Like, she still has, like, a cheeky little grin, but, like, cute. I know, this is not my real hair color. Surprise! This is actually my real hair color. Also, Cassian, welcome and I hope you're doing well. Um, look at this photo. I saw this like, her face is everything. Like, it's just perfection. There's, like, nothing. Also, this is me in my Scouts outfit because I was ready to go to Scouts. I was wearing, like, my little Scouts tie. Your entire worldview has been shaken. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to do that to you. I hope you can recover from this incredible moment of, like, reality hitting you. Such menaces. Actually, I think it's funny that most of the time we have, like, pictures of us being really cute together as kids. Like, we really look like we were great friends as kids, but we would fight all the time. Like, me and my sister were not friends when we were younger. I think our, like, friendship only came when I moved out. We, of course, had our moments. Like, it wasn't like we purely hated each other, but we just were not close at all. Like, some kids would always play together, we wouldn't. But then when you see our pictures, it kinda suggests that we did, so maybe we did and we just don't remember? Um, Also, in the meantime, for anyone wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to find those, like, little side tables that you can sort of fold together. I think I have a CC set that has something I have these, but I don't think this is what you have, right? You have like the taller ones, the higher ones. Yeah, I know exactly which ones you have, and I think I have them in game. Um, my mom sent me to pre-primary when I was, young because I would try to go into the area that was under construction at her grand's home business. Uh-oh. You were like a little adventurer. You were, like, ready to explore the world. Okay, so the thing is, I'm so certain I have, like, exactly the tables that you have in-game, but I might have to go into Surface and find them. You're still very recognizable, you think? I feel like I don't know. I look more like I did as a kid now than I did, like, 5, 6 years ago. For some reason, there was, like, a period in my life where I did not look like myself. That's the best way that I can explain it, I think. I don't we already searched an accent table, so I don't think it's here. Um, so maybe it's a miscellaneous? I genuinely feel like I know that I have something similar, which maybe I'm just making things up. Maybe I'm like Chat GPT and I'm hallucinating at this point. No, you're all good. Don't worry, Cassian. I'm super open about it. So I have two things. Thank you. Oh my god, Abu is like so fast. We also have a command for fibro if you want. So there's two things. I both have EDS, which stands for Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is a connective tissue disease, which basically means that the connective tissue throughout my entire body doesn't work. So that for me mostly impacts my joints. Sometimes also a little bit like my intestines and stuff, but it's mostly my joints. And I bruise like a peach, which is annoying. Luckily, I don't have a very heavy version of it, so mostly just causes like a lot of pain. Some people actually, for like some people, it becomes a life threatening situation because it gets to their brain and stuff. I luckily don't have that type. And fibro is something that the easiest way to explain it is that the receiver in my brain that like receives pain is broken. So it perceives pain when there is no pain. Also, sometimes when there is pain, it perceives it way worse than it actually is. And sometimes when there actually is pain, there is it's like not perceived properly. So it's delayed, like processed, which means that sometimes the pain comes later or like more intensely, even though the moment of pain is already sort of gone. Which is a very confusing state because it also means that sometimes I am not sure if I'm in pain, and if you, like, combine that with your EDS, it's sometimes, like, confusing if specifically in guarding my boundaries. Like, should I stop now? Am I okay to continue? Like, am I actually experiencing pain right now? Did I do something to trigger this? What do I need to do to fix it? So it's mostly confusing. But in my case, both of them together lead to the fact that sometimes I just have, like, really bad flare-ups where, I just have a lot of pain. And sometimes painkillers work, sometimes they don't. The past weekend, I woke up and something in my back was just being a little bitch. So I had no idea what I did, nothing specifically that caused it, but I couldn't like really rotate. Ironically, rotate, haha. So and also every single time I breathe in too deep or I was like I needed to sneeze or yawn or something, it would sort of cause a spasm in my back, which was terrible and not fun at all. No apparent cause, I just had to deal with it, and those are the days where it really sucks. Generally speaking, it's a lot better than it was a couple of years ago because I did, very targeted physio, and I've been doing a lot of targeted, like, workouts to strengthen my muscles, and that has helped a lot, like, a lot, a lot. I've become a lot stronger, my muscles have become, a lot more able to carry my body in the right way. So I still have bad flare-ups, but there was a time where it was actually impacting me, like, a lot. Yes, it can cause your joints to pop out. That doesn't happen for everyone. Most people that have that get a way earlier diagnosis than I had, because I was only diagnosed 1.5 year, 2 years ago. Um, but there are people that, like, when they're younger, constantly get their shoulder out of the out of their socket, like, constantly their knees, stuff like that. That's usually the cases where it gets diagnosed relatively early. Uh, But it's also people, for instance, that work in a circus that are like overly flexible are usually also people that have EDS. The thing is, mostly it's not recognized as EDS or it's not called EDS if you don't have any pain from it. That doesn't mean that you don't have it, like, you still have the condition, but it's mostly called that as a working term for doctors, when you actually have issues with it. So, when you have, like, an unreasonable amount of pain or when indeed your sockets pop out or, some people have the problem where, like, the connective tissue in their blood vessels, for instance, is really thin or really weak. So, I have that in a way that, like, a little bit because I bruise really easily, but I don't really have it in the sense that it's actually dangerous for my organs or my heart or anything, but some people do have that and they need to be monitored quite closely. Um, I don't think freak shows I don't know the exact thing, but I think freak shows is actually a derogative term, 'cause it actually implies that that they are freaks even though they're just people that are different. Um, but it's like people that tend to be able to do things that other people cannot. Um I don't think they have them anymore. Maybe they sorta do in some places, but I think they're just called circus now. Um, and then it's like indeed the not inhumane version. Okay, I don't think I can find these stupid tables. I for some reason I'm so convinced I have them, but I just cannot find them. So then I guess I won't be able to use them unless there's one last thing where I think they could maybe they're outdoor tables. I don't think so. I'm so confused. Is it just because I've seen them, like, in the game, so or, like, in real life so often? It's a round one and growing together. I love how you know this. Um, because like, you don't play Sims that much. Like, not like you never play, but we have this one, but I don't think that's entirely what I'm looking for. No, I thought I had one that already included both, like, 2 of them. I guess I can, like, creatively work and just create something myself. I was just hoping there was something existing in the game so that I, for once, didn't have to abuse objects to create something new. I think I have this that could potentially work. We have this. The thing is, yours have like the half frame, which sort of makes them scoot into each other, and I don't think that's something we have. Um, but I guess we could. The thing is, this one matches better in color. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Mm, I do watch a lot of Sims. That is true. Uh, I love the black one with the glass. Yeah, that's what I was thinking already. I was thinking you would like this one more. And I was feeling like I could also, if you merge these like together and then you sort of go like this, that actually looks really cute. I like that. I would so buy that. Okay, perfect. So you're getting these tables. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. Also, I saw the uptime reminder earlier. Thanks for the reminder. Um, we need a cup because I feel like you have beverages on your table for when you're gaming, like cozy beverages. There we go. Because you like coffee, so you're getting coffee. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Actually, if I search for coffee, is there I know I have a couple of good coffee items. Also a lot of things that just have coffee in the name, I guess, but there we go. Some good coffee beans I think are important. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Um I do feel like the actual coffee making area is already downstairs in the kitchen. Not that I can show you, um, because it no longer exists. But there used to be a beautiful coffee corner. I feel like you can still have some like nice coffee beans that maybe you bought recently and then you have a nice cup of coffee. Uh, and then we're going to give you a controller that you are using to play your games. You're going to get a green one. Oh, wait, I need to put it on here because the other one is, there we go. Okay, so one thing that is still sorely missing is anything related to your marine biology. Um, and I know that in island living, I'm probably going to have the highest chance of finding things that are somewhat related to the theme. I know there's a shell at least. I feel like being Rose Mod just results in a free room decoration. If I was a boo, I would just take this design and use it IRL. Hey, you're more than welcome to. Um, I do love a good room redesign. The fishies! Oh, wait, that's actually kind of cute. Why do I want to add that somewhere for you? It even comes in green, although I feel like at this point we have a lot of... Maybe the... Ooh. Oh, wait. Why is that actually kind of perfect for, like, right here? Yeah. I feel like that works. And I know we have a shell, but it might actually be in debug. That might be why I didn't find it before. Because I turned debug and live edit off. Um, Not a big one, a small one. Oh, a fox plushie. Yeah. He sent me a picture earlier. When I placed it down, he was like, look. Abu. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Abu, 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 Abu. You're getting a fish urn for all the fish you killed. May you never forget. Okay? And you're getting some green sea urchin coral. I'll place that in a pot. I think that's actually fun. Hold on. I'm gonna work with this. I don't know how yet, but I'm gonna work with it. I think it's funny. Um. Okay, maybe not. Do you want some dead fish too? Look. That's a sponge, but I would love to have it. Okay, well, you're getting a sponge. I'm gonna put it in a pot, even though a sponge probably doesn't come in a pot. It'll work. I promise. I have faith. Okay, where is this freaking shell? Is it not from Island Living? It's the one that they go like when they summon a mermaid. Or do they summon mermaids? I think they summon mermaids. Also, girlfriend, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. My mom just posted a little bit of info about both of my cats in the chat. Also, hi Amy, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Um, that's the mermaid shell, right? So why is it not here? Maybe it's something that was technically it's from Island Living, right? Okay, so I'm not imagining things. My guess would be I'm already in debug. I'm literally looking at everything from Island Living. Maybe I'll have to go into the actual debug category, see if there's more. Now it shows up? That's actually kind of rude. So if I'm viewing all, I don't see it, but if I go into the specific category, all of a sudden it's there. Okay, sure, I guess. I feel like on this wall, we could potentially, like, we could move that over a little bit. And then maybe we could make, like, a little decor wall. Like, just a little gallery wall of your fishy adventures. Also, Simlovernique, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I showed up as you were raiding during co-working today. Yeah, I saw. I was so busy with like saying bye to chat and stuff, but I did see you come in. Um, it's always unfortunate, right, when you join in right as a stream is ending. It has happened to me many a times. I have a tendency even, people joke about this all the time, that whenever I'm raiding out, like whenever I decide like, "Oh, I'm done with stream, let's go find someone to raid," I always tend to raid into someone who's just ending. You have a gallery wall IRL? See, I know you so well. It's almost like I've seen your house IRL. Almost. Okay, so I was thinking, hold on. What if I do this and then this one has to be like slightly smaller? Okay, a little bit bigger, otherwise it clips. And then I have to place this like this so that it doesn't clip. Hee hee! That looks kind of funny, but I like it. That's cute. They do look like pickles, right? I do not need that sass. I know where your house lives. True. Shit. Chat, I'm in danger. I'm being threatened by my mod. Help. Help. Oh, a fairy urn. Yeah, no, we don't need a fairy urn. Um, okay, so hold on, because I need to quickly check again. Also, I know that I'm going a little bit over time, but I feel like I'm getting so far with this room um, that I want to see how far I can finish it. Don't need, but want a fairy urn? Potentially. Okay, this is what I need you to be honest with me about if you like this light, because this is by far one of my favorite lights in the game because I think it's really cozy and pretty. I like also the light that it emits because it's very soft. I don't know if you like it. Um okay, so some thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Okay, wait. I want to see something with like can you change the hue to be more green? I think so, but I don't know if I would like that. Because I'm not a huge fan of the colored lights in The Sims because they're very intense. Like that would turn the entire room green. Okay, I was looking for ocean. That doesn't work. I wanted to find maybe like a painting. Oh, you don't have a mirror yet. Hold on. That is definitely something we need to fix. Uh, and I also feel like right now this is a bit awkward, like that space. So I want to put a cabinet here. Um, I might move this over a bit so we can add like a standing mirror in between here. I actually like that mirror. Um, it wasn't like a slider. Not really. So, like, I can change it. This is what will happen. And then the only thing that I can do is I can dim it, but then it will just get darker. Not really like different shade of green. I can go for the yellow green, but as you can see, like it makes the entire room, I don't know. Like it puts a very, very, very green hue over it. It can sometimes work if you use it for a little bit more like accent lighting and stuff, because then it only lights up a small space in the room, and then it's actually really nice if you work with colors. But I feel like for a ceiling light, it somehow always looks weird. I've never been able to make it work. Oh, you know what we also need? I'm just realizing this. We need glasses that are going to be on your nightstand, on your book, because you just went to sleep. And then I think I want like a nice table or maybe something like this. Um, hmm. We can go for something like this and then maybe a plant in that corner. You do like seeing, really? What a surprise. I never would have thought. Because realistically, who likes seeing? Um, that one is actually kind of perfect. Um, okay, I feel like right now here something is missing. So I'm tempted to add like another underwater photo to sort of bring those spaces. A turtle. Yes. Please tell me that you never killed a turtle. Maybe don't tell me. Maybe only tell me if you didn't. Unhinged? Well, he killed somewhere between 52,000 and 68,000 fish. Also, hi, Steph. It's good to see you. They are endangered. Okay, good. Well, not the good that they're on. That made me sound like I said it's good that they are endangered. No, it's good that you never killed one. I think there might be other species. What? Fish species that are also endangered because of you now. That no, don't clip that. Rose supports endangered fish. Well, I support them not getting any more endangered. Okay? Also, I'm debating whether I like this color or if I want to go for. I think the lighter one actually matches a bit better because you know. Oh, oops! I pressed on the wrong. I pressed on the wrong button. They already were. Well, turtles were already endangered as well. So they're well. They still live in the ocean, and apparently the ocean is Abu's killing ground. It's his work. Is his working ground. So, chat, if you want to stay safe from Abu, don't go in the ocean. Don't do it. Stay away. Okay. Other decoration things that I need in here. Um, did you write, oh, and coffee, vitally important? Did you write that later? Or did you? Because that wasn't here before. Fantasy and ooh. I think I have a painting from Van Gogh in the. I'm an excellent swimmer, and and free diver, and I love to go for people's feet. See, you're just like a fish. I would be scared of you in the water. Where the form is? Okay, so then you probably wrote this a while ago. Um, no, I didn't mean in chat. Like I meant in our little Discord chat with the mods. I thought I had something from Van Gogh, but that's probably not named Van Gogh because that would be infringement of copyright. So if I do have it in the game, I'm gonna have to find it manually, which I don't know if I want to. Because it's also not like I have a huge amount of wall space left still. Because your bed is simple, but I feel like that needs to remain simple because, that's what we concluded earlier. Um yeah, I saw it in chat. So that's why I also added the cup of coffee here on the table. Um thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. You do not bully people that are uncomfortable in water. Oh, but you do bully streamers that are uncomfortable at conventions. I don't believe you. Yes. I love that it's just like, yes. It's like not even gonna try to tell me that I'm wrong or anything. Just yes. When I love them. Okay, but okay. So I can safely go swimming with you. I cannot safely go to a convention with you. Clear. I feel like there's something that I'm missing. Like one thing that I'm really missing is the fantasy element. Even though we do have the tarot cards here. So I guess maybe that sort of adds into it. Um, the Dutch Masters, I don't know if I have anything that resembles it. The one thing that I feel like is missing is the sunset over the ocean, like the open horizon. A rug. Well, I thought this too because every single time I feel like a space is empty, I will add a rug, but Abu doesn't have any rugs apart from in the bathroom. So, enjoy lunch. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, thank you. I hope you have some really good food. Abu, if I give your room a makeover, I would add a rug. Does that mean that I'm allowed to give you a rug? Because you said IRL, they're super expensive, but in The Sims, they are affordable. For a second, I thought they aren't was referring to me asking if you wanted a rug. So I literally was like, in The Sims, they're not, and or like in real life, they're expensive. And I thought that you said they aren't, and I was like, that's you said that earlier. What do you mean they're not? But okay, give you a rug, give you inspo. Okay, so I would say probably because I feel like with all the plants and all your books and and like your cozy setup here, I think you're even though most people would add a rug in the living room, I think for you, having a rug in your bedroom would be my first spot. Because one, it's gonna be super comfortable if you get out of bed to have like your feetsies go on like a soft surface. It's just a nice thing to wake up. Or when you have to go pee in the night, not the first thing that you feel is like the cold floor. So it's like a win-win situation. Next to that, I think it's like a very easy way to make your bed or your like the area around your bed look really cozy without adding like blankets and pillows and like all these kind of like things that you then have to get off your bed, put on your bed. I do feel like a rug around a bed does make it like instantly feel really homey. So I'm gonna have okay. So I'm now basically rug shopping for you IRL. Tempted to go for a green rug. That's why I sorted on green. But I feel like the risk in that is that it's gonna clash with your wall. So it either needs to be a relatively neutral green rug. I don't know, maybe like something like this, where it's like a little bit greenish, like greenish grayish. I do think maybe like a texture could be cool. Your bed is dark gray. Is your entire frame dark gray as well? Because right now I went for like a lighter gray with a darker gray spread, but you like the darker color? Because I was thinking if you go for like maybe a rug that is greenish gray, like this, it sort of brings the wall and the bed together, but then you would have to go for something with a texture. Um, you have a fabric frame. Oh wait, you have a fabric frame. Why did I think you have a wooden bed frame? That rug is awesome, right? I also feel like this would be really comfortable IRL. The only biggest downside IRL I think would be cleaning this rug because dust would definitely collect into it. Okay, I have to go into comfort. I would get you a light fabric. We would have to go for gray because I think that might actually be the final finishing touches to your room, and then your room is just done. Because I don't feel like anything big is missing still. Uh, oh, cats will also pull up the stitching. Yeah, this would not work in my house. Luckily, Abu doesn't have cats, so um, no animals. Did you just say that fish are not animals? That's probably why you like killing them, huh? I'm gonna have to let this go one day, but today is not that day. I do not have fish right now. Then what is this? I see it here. It's empty. Yeah, that's because he killed all of them. He tried to go buy fish for his fish tank and the ocean was empty. You do know that I love you, right? This is my revenge for TwitchCon. After your room is done, I promise I'll go back to being a nice friend. When the streamer bullies back. It's like one of those Friends episodes, like the one where the streamer bullies back. I didn't work out today. You shouldn't make me laugh like this. My stomach muscles hurt. Also, I know I have like way more bed frames, but for some reason, I think there might be a miscellaneous actually. Hold on. You did this yourself? I did not. I simply stated the fact that you have or that you want to have fish, but you're responsible for killing many. Is it like this? Or is that like or is it more like that one? I feel like that's lighter. The other one is quite dark. Dang, now I have to move this again. I did nothing. No, that's what I would say too. That's what I would say too. That's very close. Okay. And then I do think that that's like the darkest swatch that comes in. So yeah. Okay, so now you have a rug next to your bed. So that's a cozy area. Um, I think maybe just some magazines or like some clutter over here because right now that's like super empty. Um, ooh, wait. I have two more things that we need to add that you did not write. Well, one you did write down, but there's one thing that you didn't write down. And we're going to have to fix that. And those are the last things that I'm adding. And then I think the room is done. But there's two details. Also, I feel like this looks too sciencey. That looks better. I know that from my Shuno son. I have like the art room kit, and there's like a bunch of art room clutter. I might actually have to search for just my Shuno son. Because I feel like you need a bit more art stuff. Because the thing is, I know you draw a lot digitally, but I know you also have like a ton of sketchbooks. Um, so I feel like something to represent that would be kind of neat. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. Oh, maybe I want to add this. Um, I'm trying to find the angle where it doesn't look awkward. Maybe just like that. Um, we also have like an actual like like a drawing table. But I don't think that's exactly what I'm looking for. I thought I had like more art supplies. I thought with the art room we would have more art supplies. But apparently I don't. Um I feel like you definitely at least need like a little booklet and pencils or like paper and pencils. Yeah, something like this. Um And, okay, there's one very important thing. That one word? No, I think nail polish is actually 2 words. 'Cause for anyone who doesn't know, Abu actually has a huge collection of nail polish. Wait! Where did your drawing tablet go? I'm gonna have to redo that. And I think we're gonna put, like, a little bit on your desk as if you were just doing your nails, because you do that very often while you're, like, modding or sometimes even streaming. It escaped, I know, how rude. And then you have a bunch more. I know that you technically have it in a drawer, but I'm just gonna put it right here. And then we give you, like, all the different colors. Can't believe you forgot that. So I feel like nail polishes, at least for me, that is such an Abu thing. Abu was using the tablet, yeah. That's why it moved. We can also give you the baby drawing tablet for the floor. Okay, I'm gonna have to go here again, and then we're gonna have to add this final detail again. So I had it on 2.5, I think. And then I think I changed the axis twice and I set it to 35. Okay, that was not the right axis. Uh that was good. Okay, and then I elevate it with like 0.05 or something. I don't exactly remember. That's perfect. It's back. There you go. You have your drawing tablet back. I think this is your room. So next time I still have to do your bathroom. And then we do Charlotte's room and that bathroom. A lot of those numbers very accurately. Yeah, they sort of stuck in my brain. I don't know why. You love this room so much? Yay! I'm so happy you like it. I feel like it really fits you. There's so many elements that I feel like make you you that I managed to somehow fit into the room. I'm actually kind of surprised because when you initially named all the things, I was like, I don't know how I'm going to fit all of this in one room. But somehow it worked. And I even gave you fishies, even though you don't have them IRL. I finally understood it. Oh yeah, I just snooze them. Let's snooze them because I think this is it for the stream today. But let's go. So we finished Esther's room, we finished your room. Then next stream, well not next stream but like next week, I think I'll actually be able to finish the mod mansion. Like we'll do the bathrooms and Charlotte's room. That should be doable in a stream. Let's freaking go. I can't believe that after all this time, all this pain, all this struggle, also a lot of fun, by the way. This project hasn't only been a struggle. Like sometimes it it you what? I do have 2 doors still. Yeah, you're supposed to. One is going to the bathroom. Unless you can teleport, then I'm happy to take it away. Um but I feel like this project was like I started and I was so motivated and I loved it so much. And then I realized that it would take a really long time. And in a way, I sort of was like, okay, we're just gonna make it a long-term project. I'm like slowly gonna make work my way through it. And then, all the shit happened. And I haven't worked on it for like 1.5 months. But now that I'm back at it, I'm like, yeah, this project is still very like near and dear to me because I love it. Um, like I think it's really cool to see. Um like everyone's room and everyone's personality and like getting to know everyone through their rooms. I've been having a really good time doing that. So yeah. Um, I am gonna Hello. I just see you gifted me a subby to Shola. I literally just saw the Twitch notifications. I don't know if you're here, but thank you. What the heck? I shall be using that one Chella emote. Thank you so much. I just saw it. I opened my Twitch. I have like a notification. I'm like, huh, let me check quickly. Let me see who is live. Um, ooh, I have an option. I'm just gonna do a little scroll, see if there's other people live. But I mean, obviously there's other people live, but um, mm, it's been so lovely getting to know all the mods, just the little details about them. It really helps me get to know them so much more. Yes, that was exactly what I'd hoped would happen. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I really hoped that this would be a project that both allowed like the mods to get to know each other better, to like for me to get to know my mods better, for chat to get to know the mods better, etc. Thank you for that follow as well. I appreciate it. And so far it's just been really cool. Also, I've learned a lot about my mods. Even though some of my mods like Abu, but also with Sweetie and stuff, like I've either known them for a really long time, met them multiple times IRL, like actually been to their place, and I'm still like learning new things. There's still like little details or little stories that just come up where because we're talking about their style or their interests or like things that they did as kids or growing up, that you kind of like they don't really come up in conversation. Like I think maybe eventually Abu would have just in a random conversation been like, I actually used to read cooking books before going to sleep. But like in what situation would something like that come up? But it's now one of those little facts that I'm just gonna store in my brain and be like, hoo, that's so fun. That is so fun. And seeing the building of these rooms, I caught a couple of the YouTubes about the build and catching it live is a treat. I love that you've been watching it on YouTube. I'm gonna like also I've been recording all of this and I'm gonna speaking of, I can actually stop my recording. I am actually going to be posting like every single mods room with a voiceover about, all of their interests and like a little bit of their just like backstory. I'm probably gonna do like 2 mod rooms per video. We've been slowly getting through all the common areas on YouTube, and it's been really fun to see so many people enthusiastic about this project outside of Twitch. It's actually really cool. Um, that one was very niche. Not even my parents know that one. Oh, I know something your parents don't. It's very specific, but okay, so I think I know where I want to go. I'm just gonna do a double check because they have been live for a little bit. Um, Two truths and a lie, IRL, but yeah, that would be a really good one for the two truths, one lie. I think I want to go raid someone who I very rarely get to raid. I don't know why. I think our streams do overlap. Like, I think that's the thing. Our streams overlap very perfectly. So very often when I'm ending, they're also ending. Also, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I will be back with co-working tomorrow. We're going to be live for 8 hours. So if you need anyone to body double with, you need to do some reading, some writing, some studying, some working, anything. I'm more than happy to keep you company tomorrow. We'll be listening to some nice tunes. We'll do focus sessions of 50 minutes and then 10 minutes of yapping. So if you want to come hang out, feel free to do so. You're super welcome. And I'll be back with more gaming on Friday. On Friday, we're going to play Date Everything, which for anyone who doesn't know is a dating sim where you can literally date everything. Like you're in a house and all the objects are dateable. And apparently some of these characters are very spicily written. There's like voice acting and stuff. What time do you usually do co-working? So, I would say the average starting time is about like quarter to 10 a.m. my time until about 5 or 6 p.m. my time. So basically like a office hours of EU time zone or like CEST. Um, but I think the date everything, I think I'm gonna embarrass myself. Like I have a little feeling that I'm gonna get really flustered. So if you want to come watch me get really flustered by digital characters, I think Friday would be your stream to come watch. And then I'll be back with more Sims next week. So if you want to come hang out for that, I was planning on picking up the Not So Berry challenge again next week, but this all very much depends on if I can fix all of my gameplay mods. Because some of them are very broken, and I still need to spend some time figuring out which ones are so broken that I really cannot use them. And then I have to see if those are ones that I actually need. But I would love to return to the Not So Berry because I've actually missed playing with it. I'm bringing all the chaos. I am not ready. I Oh my god. Please don't no dating the fuzzy toilet seat cover. Yuck. Also, thank you so much, Esther, for putting the VODs and the socials in the Discord. If you're hanging out here, we do have a community Discord. You can actually find all of my socials on my website. I have a YouTube channel for The Sims as well. You can find me on Instagram for like more personal life stuff. I also have a second YouTube channel where I post like more kind of vlog and lifestyle content. So yeah, feel free to come hang out. We would love to have you any place. And if you're gonna come along on this raid, we do actually have some raid messages that you can copy pasta. We have ones with emotes if you're subscribed to the channel, and otherwise we have regular ones. And we're gonna go say hi to Melixa. Um, Melixa is finishing up some Rainbow Sims, so she's actually in Cass. And she plays a lot of The Sims as well. So if you enjoy The Sims, this would be perfect. I am gonna get that chat scrolled. I'm gonna get that planty booty to take over to Malix's chat. But thank you all so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful time zone wherever you are. If you're also going to get some sleep, I hope you have some wonderful rest. And thank you all so much for hanging out. And I'll see you guys later.